to the matter. Let's continue to grind, to shine. We're going to give you the information around the world. We're back at it, baby. Top 10 defense. Let's rock with it, baby. It's Rams week. Let's get it. Be sure on your way in to smash, and I mean just that, smash the like button. Let a friend or a neighbor know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboys Sports Talk and beyond. Damone Clark is in the house, baby. Come on. Yup. They say, ain't no party like a cowboy party. But what about a Law Nation groove? Come on. Mama said there'll be days just like this. Let's rock this show out today. Get in some good spirits, baby. Come on. I get it. Shout out to you, Donald Weaver. Adam, appreciate you. I see y'all. Do me a huge, and I mean just that, a huge favor. Smash the likes. Come on. As the room fill up, you already know. You already know.
When you pray for rain, you gotta deal with the mud too.
No doubt. We'll have the phone lines open as well. So I'm gonna let the room keep the engagement up, baby. Appreciate you. I'm FREE, free, baby. Shout out to my people. I see y'all live and rocking with me on Facebook. They got me on probation over there. That's what it was. Come on. Hey. Ho. Come on, y'all miss me over there on Facebook. Ain't no party like a cowboy party. I mean, they put me in. I was locked up. They let me out. On Facebook, they put me in Facebook jail, but I appreciate y'all. I'm out on bail, baby. Shout out to my Facebook squad, man. I love y'all, man. Do y'all love me too? Because I miss y'all so much, man. I was sitting there like, man, what's going on? Then you know how when Facebook, when you go to jail and Facebook, for those who don't know, when you go to Facebook jail, you don't know. You know, you just all of a sudden things just don't work. They don't send you a letter. They don't give you a memo. They don't even send you a text. You just figure out on your own. You be like, man, what's going on with Facebook? And then all of a sudden I checked, and I had reached out. They said, oh, man, dog, you in jail, man. You locked up. So shout out to Facebook, man. I appreciate y'all. I know I'm on parole over here, but so I'm gonna keep it good. Nah, it wasn't the Hennessy. It wasn't the Hennessy, Brandon. It was the coconut water. But coconut water is coconut water. Hey, I'm not gonna go back, man. Not gonna go back. But shout out to the coconut water and shout out to Pedialyte. Shout out to both of those things. I can't tell y'all which one to drink. I forgot to put a disclaimer out there. So that's just what it is, though. But shout out to everybody that's on Facebook, man. I miss y'all. And shout out to my people on YouTube. You know, YouTube go hard in the paint. It don't matter with YouTube. YouTube solid with me. And my Twitch people, man, shout out to you all. And my Roku. I'm not going to leave you out, Roku and Amazon. Amazon reached out to me and said, hey, Law, we would love for you to post independently over here. So shout out to you, Amazon. Just holler at your boy, you know, for some more coins, though. You know what I'm saying? But neither here nor there. Cowboy Nation, my name is Law Nation. We're going to talk about the Dallas Cowboys defense, what we got to face against with the LA Rams. We got good news. There's always good news when you hear Damone Clark is out there practicing. Not a game. We talking about practice. But before, oh yeah, Scotty, appreciate you. Scott, he says no Dak on Sunday. Yeah, I wouldn't want him out there on Sunday. To be fair and to be accurate with it, I wouldn't want him with or going up against the Eagles. Those are back-to-back hellacious defense. I think the Rams are ranked right at the 5th or the 4th ranked defense in the National Football League. That's all they do is bring pain and pressure. And the doggone Eagles, man, they the number 1 defense in the National Football League. 1-2. No one got more turnovers than them. And they are the number 1 sack team in the National Football League. Nobody got more sacks than the Eagles right now. For right now. So shout out to them. But I can't wait to face them. And I want my guys to be all right when we face those boys. Leave no stone unturned, 0 excuses, right? Because I'm giving my dude Louis T all of the burn over here, And I didn't pour too much. I didn't pour too much on Bad Dog. He's a Giants fan because he's objective a little bit. Not saying that Louis T is just so delusional, but Louis T, if those who don't know, Louis T is a Washington Commander fan, and they was trying to give me the 3rd degree all off season. So I let them have it, baby. Shout out to you, C. Nick. Appreciate you. Skip Bayless. Look. Let Skip Bayless, let the 3-letter, the 4-letter network do their things, right? But for those who really understand and watch football, we understand how this thing goes, Y'all know how it goes, man. One thing we all adore, something worth dying for. There's nothing but pain. We stuck in this game, searching for fortune and fame. You got to squeeze it out. That's what they be looking for, fame. Or they be searching for views. They be searching for views, man. They would say anything, man. Mona Lisa was a man. Okay. They would do anything. But it is what it is, Cowboy Nation. But before we get into this, I want to hear my dog. My dog is the playmaker. Y'all already know. Let me give him a bark or something. Where my bark's at? Shout out to the people. There my bark go, So what we're going to do is listen to 105.3 The Fan, and then we will bounce off of that and get into more and more details of the Dallas Cowboys defense. Oh, hey, Chuck says hydrate law tonight can be a rough one. Yeah, tonight will be a rough one for me. My guy Scott, he done already did the analysis of how many I got, and I ain't gonna spoil it with you all, but it ain't looking good. My brother done beat me, man. I hate losing. God dog, man. He let me know on the jump. He said, "Law, man." He hit me up with it. Because for those who don't know, for those who new to this channel, I do a pick'em show. I do a pick'em show on the teams who win, the teams who lose, or what have you, and. Law is losing. Law is losing because my little brother, man, the twin maker, he beat me. So I got my water. And as a disclaimer, Facebook, this water can't heal everything, right? But it's just water. It's just water that I got, and I'm not sponsored by this water, but I'm gonna have to drink and finish this up by the time tonight because, baby. I got some shots to take tonight. Oh, boy.
The playmaker on the Diamond Factory hotline here on Sean and RJ 105.3 The Fan. The Dallas Cowboys bandwagon is looking like what right now?
Say that again, son.
What is the Cowboys bandwagon looking like right now?
Whoa.
Before he go, let me put the comments up on the screen because y'all funny today. They said, "Law, what's the spread, man?" Oh, that's what I should do. It shouldn't be like who win or who lose. We should go within the spread because, man, at this point we're gonna have to have one of y'all to help me out tonight. We're gonna have to have one of y'all to help me out tonight. Let me see if I can pull up the comments on the screen. Yeah, man. Yeah, my power still work a little bit. Let's go. I'll let y'all know tonight.
What has it been like you walking into First Take the past 3 weeks? His laugh could go on forever.
It does.
Hey,
It never
man.
ends.
Listen, I've been literally out of hand. They've been saying to me after the show, "Hey, you out of hand." Yeah, I know. It's been fun. I told y'all, and I got to ride this thing out because you know what I mean. You got to ride it out. When you up, you up.
Oh yeah.
Because Stephen A. is waiting on that one turn, and he's gonna bring up all of this. I told you it was going to happen. You know, that's the difficult part about it. We can't. I don't want us to have that one turn. But that bandwagon is getting heavy.
It's getting heavy. But before he go into details of that, Cowboy Nation, my guy Iceberg Slim, he says Damone Clark was the reason why the Cowboys didn't go after Bobby Wagner aggressively. And what we're seeing out of Bobby Wagner, he ain't lighting up the joint. He ain't stinking up the joint either, right? Anthony Barr, he's solid, for what we got right now. LVE, I'm not going to say too much right now, right? What? Because the moment I start talking bad about LVE, watch, he's going to have a pick six. He's going to pick off Matthew Stafford this weekend. Watch. Maybe I should put some more pressure on LVE. But I truly believe that the Cowboys front office look at Damone Clark like the next Roquan Smith of what he's doing over there in Chicagoland. I look at the tape. I see some similarities there. I truly believe that our future linebackers will be. I look at Anthony Barr as a bridge guy, right? I look at LVE fighting for his contract. And I look at next season or midway between this season, close your eyes and imagine Damone Clark, Jabril Cox, Michael Parsons. This will free up Parsons. We got more speed out there. Also, I don't know why we're sleeping on Devin Harper, but I like Harper. He's another guy, like a kamikaze assassin dude. Him and Donovan Wilson. Look. Here's what I see. Yeah. John G says Cox, Parsons, Clark. Man, CPC. Oh, that's gonna be the CPC crew coming around here. CPC. I can see that. I like our defensive front. I like the fact that, and we hope Big Bo. They said it was just a stinger. He's okay, right? I love Big Bo and the way Neville Gallimore is pretty much handling the trench warfare, right? And we're seeing the issues where they running the ball at is them capturing the edge. The best way that you can eliminate that, of course, I'm good with our bookends on the edge. I think that they can do containment pretty well. But it's the speed factor. It's the recognition from my linebacker that see it, that try to get to it, but they're not able to get to that edge quick enough. And we're seeing the running back bouncing, right? So to eliminate that, put more speed out there. Those boys see it, right? Like I know we're supposed to be playing the playmaker right now, but Log Gallimore had a sack. Yeah, I like Gallimore, my other guy, Osa Odighi Ozua, all of those boys in the interior. My boys in the inside, they okay. And D-Law, for what he do against the run, that's okay. I mean, Dorrance Armstrong, how many crows you guys want me to eat for him, right? So I think that we're doing okay with our front. The weakness that I seen in the last few games on the defensive side been one, Jordan Lewis, our nickel guy. And he wasn't in this game last week, right, against the Washington team. Dayron Bland fell right in, and what you get from Bland versus Jordan Lewis, size, speed, aggressions, right? And you got an INT. I'm not saying that Jordan wouldn't have picked that, but dogged Jordan wouldn't have picked that off. And like I'm going to say once again, Jordan Lewis, appreciate you. I'm not talking about you, but I'm just looking at the size aspect of it. We needed big meat in there, Now we got bigger players. And the other weakness been Because even Anthony Brown, I gave him a little heat. But when I went back and watched all 22, okay, all right, cool. All right, it's zone. It was man-to-man. He had stepped down off of it. My only thing is he still stopped his feet, but I'm going to let him make a pass on that. The safety over the top should have been there, but the safety over the top was helping out. We like what we seen out of Izzy McComu. He came in, didn't miss a beat, right? And you know your safeties are doing good when you don't even hear their name, right? Malik Hooker. Terry Stewart says, big meat, pause. You know, got to have that big meat, baby. You don't want a little meat out there. You want some big meat out there. No, you know, especially when you're eating steak. No, put that little one back. Give me the bigger piece, you know. You want the big piece out there. Clark coming back after the bye. This is from Sam. Shout out to you, my guy, Sam. I hope. And he been running around when I was out there in Oxnard. I seen him running around. I seen a dude move. You know, it'll be a situation whereas when he get football speed, the speed of the game by him not playing in a national football game, you know, football league game versus LSU. But man, let me pull this up, and this is the only chart that I have before I play this more audio. But y'all cool with me, and this is the only chart that I have. I'm not making this a comparison analysis, but this is the only chart I have, and I edited it out. But it just so happened to have Dean on there of his stats, and I don't have it edited out. But what you're getting out of it is 12 games. He had 78 solos, 135 tackles, 15.5 tackles for loss. That's nothing to sneeze at, and 5.5 sacks. Outside of Parsons, when on a consistent basis did we have a linebacker getting us sacks, right? I know LVE got 1 sack for the year, but I can bet you that you can count on one hand, how many tackles for loss he have. You know what I'm saying? So I'm looking for that type of stuff, Cowboy Nation. And like I said, I'm not trying to make this a comparisons analysis of Clark versus Dean. Matter of fact, just so I am who I am, let me pull up Dean's stat because I haven't even checked him out yet for what he did for this season. Nakobe, Nako, right? Let me see his stat. Let me see his stat line. God dog, they got the same stat. All of this fuss over this, they got the same stat. Nakobe Deans, 0 solo tackles, 0 assistance, 0 interceptions, 0 forced fumbles. You know, same stat. They got the same stat. So he's right on page. He's right on par, right? The Clark versus, if you want to go there, he's right on par to doing the same thing. If you're a Georgia Bulldog, let me know in the chat. And if you're an LSU Tiger, let me know. And if you're a Bama guy, let me know too. You know, my guy Choctaw about town, I know he ain't going to let him. My guy, that's my dog right there. You know, Dre Maddox says Nakobe Dean, a ghost over there in Philly. Yeah, so let's see, we right on par. We right on par. And on top of that, Cowboy Nation, I got the video already queued up. So when Philly week come around, I got Lord Brunson pretty much saying that Nakobe Dean will be better than Parsons. So, you know, I can't wait. I got the video. I'm going to save it. I'm savoring it for next week. But let me play the rest of this doggone Michael Irvin clip.
It's getting real heavy, but it's getting fun. Now these next 2 weeks are going to determine something. And I'm going to tell you this, though, guys. Listen, I don't know what Coach McCarthy is saying over there.
Oh, man, I'll stop it again. Oh, my gosh, Jay Versick, man, with the $50, man. I appreciate you so much, man, for your love and adulations and all what you do, man. Jay Versick, full court press with everything with the Cowboys information. He hit me up on IG. He sent me stuff on Twitter. He responds to everything, man. I really appreciate you so much, man, for your love, man. He says $50. Hello, everyone. Law, I need that Cash App, sir. Also, this defense is about to be number one. Did y'all hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear that, Gilla Monsters? Man, I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you, man. Let me see if I can. Look, I'm pronto on that Cash App right now. You know, it's a whole situation for me, and there's no shame in people giving donations. Let me see if I can pull up my Cash App. Oh, no. So what it'll be is this link right here, Chief. Just go right here, and that will be the Cash App. Laws Nation, LAW, the one with the S. There's another guy out there that got a Cash App to say Law Nation. You know what I'm saying? He's Sly Devil. He was taking some of the Cash App, but mine is the one with the S. But I appreciate you, fam. Thank you so much. Let's listen to the Playmaker.
But I hope no one over there is allowing anyone to bring up a 2-2 record. Every time they talk about the Los Angeles Rams, they are supposed to be saying, "Boy, we're getting ready to play the world champs. Yeah. We're getting ready to play the world champs. We're getting ready to play the world champs." Mm-hmm. Boy, I would have, "We're getting ready to play the world champs." The world champs everywhere in that locker room, because I want their mind focused on the champion side of the Rams, not the 2-2 Rams. I was worried last week. I was really worried last week because we should beat the Commanders, and I felt that if the pressure is let off of us because we should beat the Commanders, then that's going to be an issue. Somehow we pulled that thing out and we won like we should have won on a 25-10 game instead of a 25-22 game. Mm-hmm. So I felt good about that. This week we should be talking we're playing the world champ. Don't let nobody tell you about them being 2-2. I don't care what they are. They have the ring in their pocket, somewhere in their house, somewhere. I want that. That's all we should be thinking about.
Yeah.
What is wrong with the world champs?
It's their problem.
Boy, that offensive line, boy. That thing, woo-wee. Did you see? And listen, I'm glad you brought it. Did you see San Francisco stealing Dallas? Did y'all see this? San Francisco stealing Dallas.
What they do?
You know, they only give 11 points a game. But the way they got Bosa coming in the middle of the middle of the field, they're not leaving them in one spot. They tackle T.E. Stutz. You know, I think they try to use Bosa. That's their Michael Parsons. That's their Michael Parsons. You know, of course, he's from St. Thomas, my high school also. All the bad boys come out of there. You know what I'm saying? All the bad boys, him and his brother, all of us come out of there. But, yeah, man, I saw San Fran use some of Dallas, which is good and bad, because now we can't surprise them with it, but we will get them with it. Because that offensive line is hurting. This is like I told Stephen A. You need one to get to a Super Bowl. You need one special unit. Last year we had a special unit. Our offense was the number one unit in the league. That was a special unit. Right. And we had some opportunities. Of course, we all know that fell short. But this special unit we got right now, that pass rush, hey, boy, I'm telling you, for real, that there right there is for real, and it gives us a shot no matter who you play.
You think this defense is flirting with greatness or can be put in an elite category? You think this defense is better than the offense was last year?
Boy, that's a hard call right there, because this offense was great. And we had don't say it again, Michael. Just don't say it again.
Say again.
But if we had Amari Cooper right now, we'll be number one again.
Now, wait, I hold you partially responsible for Amari being out of here. You're to blame for that. You're to blame for that on this show.
Why? Because Amari missed because of COVID? Hey, man, after I told you, and went public and got took all of that, I risked losing all my brotherhood and black. I told y'all, if you didn't get vaccinated, you ain't serious about a championship.
Oh my gosh, man! Look! Facebook. I'm not saying anything misleading. That's the Playmaker word about the V word or what have you. My thing is, and shout out to my YouTube audience, man. Here's the thing. There are people that makes business decisions, life decisions, and personal decisions, right? And Amari Cooper made the personal decision. And the Jones family kind of looked at that and said, hey, you sullied us because we wanted to reach out to the world and let people know that everybody is speaking from the same or singing from the same hymnal. Everybody is on the same page. Just like when Jerry said, hey, we're going to make everybody take a knee and everybody to stand with that whole situation a couple of years back, right? So they got a lot of pride that's on the line, and they want to be uniform. There's no big I's, no little U. And if anybody show up a owner like Jerry Jones, you know, there's 48 laws of power. And one of the laws, you shall never outshine the master. Not saying that he is the master as in relates to slavery, but I'm saying that, hey, he is the guy that got the ink on paper that put it on the checks. So he was looking at this like that's a direct line to me. Case in point, way back when Jimmy Johnson was at the bar somewhere in Dallas. I know you guys heard of the story multiple times, right? And Jimmy Johnson was talking bad and ill and making and keying and laughing about Jerry Wayne Jones. That was the tear of the relationship of Jimmy being so cocky about his football knowledge over Jerry Jones. And it was reported. I know it was many moons ago. But it was many moons ago. But what was reported that Jerry told Jimmy that I could take any coach to coach my team and win the Super Bowl. And literally, 48 laws of power. Yeah, you're right, Chris. And literally, he won the Super Bowl with Barry Switzer. Now, from his mindset, he made the bet and he won. But the truth sometimes takes longer to arrive. And the truth was that the Super Bowl that he won in 95 and 96, what have you, whatever that year was, right? Long time ago. It was still Jimmy people, his players. See, the truth, it takes his time to go knock on the door. The truth, while he was celebrating and say, yeah, man, I got a Super Bowl, baby. I did it without him. The truth took his time and knocked on the door in 97 and 98 and 99 and told Jerry, hey, that was Jimmy people. And we've been chasing to that moment all this time. So that's the reality of it. Jerry Jones got big egos. When you have big egos, write this down. Edging God out, meaning that, hey, I can do it. Look what I've built. Nothing can stop me from what I can do because I'm God, basically. But the reality is what we're seeing now. The whole situation with Amari Cooper, he's still perplexed. He was on the Rich Eisen show, and he said he don't know why. He don't know why he was released. Then he sat and paused, and he said maybe it was because of the money. Didn't you guys know that all season, basically, the Cowboys sat on that money, $21 to $22 million, just sitting on it, and they still got money over the cap that they can spin around that they want, but they're not. Let's go.
And I meant that. I meant that. So, I don't know if I did it, but yeah, something like that.
Has Diggs, as being a receiver, has Trayvon changed anything up that you've noticed technique-wise this year? Off to a fantastic start after all the RJ choppy noise in the offseason?
Well, and that's what trips me out. People got to understand that there's a process to developing at this level. There's just a process to it, and people get away from that process. This is a real process. You got to go through learning, and if you can do something special through that process, like he did last year with those interceptions. Everybody talked about the number of yards he gave up once he got. What about the yards he's giving? What about the yards he's giving up? I'm taking this. Turnovers. Every team give up yards. Those turnovers are the most important part of playing defense. It's getting to the quarterback and committing turnovers. Yes, I'm expecting him to even get better. than he is right now, because he'll continue to grow. He'll continue to get confidence. He'll continue to learn the receivers that he's playing in the NFL. You know what I mean? It's not college. You're not turning over brand new receivers every 3 or 4 years. You know what I mean? You get time with these receivers. So yeah, I'm expecting him to get even better. And yeah, what budget? We're right there. We're right there on becoming a great defense. Now, either we get the Doug Armstrongs to continue to develop, or we go in this draft one more time and get us one more steal of a dude like a Michael Parsons, and then we can get to that 2000 Raven team, some defense like that just say, you know, when you come on the football field, you just say, if we can get 10, 12 points here, that's all we get. Because every game, I will go to the defensive leader and say, how many you need? What are you giving up? You know what I'm saying? If I got a defensive dude come back and say, dude, we only giving up 10. Oh, 12. Oh, we good then. We can get that. You know what I'm saying?
Michael Irvin here on The Fan. What are you saying to the fans and your friends?
Look, before he go into any of the other details, I think that Ravens defense is always a lot of people try to get back to that defense. As far as the Ravens versus the Buccaneers, which one are we closer to, the Bucs or the Ravens? Well, we could still be far off, though. We could be a year too early to start talking about that. Because they was good on every level. I would like to see the LOB versus the Ravens D. You know, like LOB's D was pretty good too, though. So you got Bucks, Ravens, LOB, Legion of Boom. I want to know which one we are closer to, or none. You know, or hear me out. Although they wasn't ranked like top 20. I think they finished out that year 15th, 16th. The 2007 Giants defense. They let me see if I can. I don't know if they'll pull it up. I don't know if they can go back that far. But I'm gonna see if I can find them. You know, we'll see if I can pull them up. I doubt it. I won't be able to pull them up. I got to go through a whole nother system to pull up them. But I think that they finished out. Yeah, I charged it to my head. I think they finished out like 16 or 15. But they had that NASCAR package that they were able, you know, to generate turnovers and takeaways, right? My guy says, Kevin says we are more closer to the Bucks. Yeah, because it's kind of like crazy for me to mention the Ravens right now. It's just too crazy. They was just stacked, man. Safeties, DBs was on point. The linebackers was just everything in the front, you know. So they literally didn't have a weakness, right? Like the Bucks, they had, you know, one DB was phenomenal, safety phenomenal, right? But they still had a weakling DB on the other side. And, you know, they had some weaknesses to their defense. LOB was just different, man. It was just LOB hit everybody by surprise, right? Doomsday. Hector, you know, I wasn't alive when the Doomsday defense was here. I appreciate those who were. Let me know how the Doomsday defense looked, you know. Yeah. Bucks, appreciate you. Yeah. I appreciate you, Lasay. Appreciate you. Ravens' first Super Bowl had the greatest D ever. You couldn't get a first down on them. Right. Like, if you try to run it, they stuff you. And then their defense, like, it was during the time when you could really play defense. Like, it wasn't no, like, after 5 yards, you can't touch the doggone wide receiver, right? That defense was just like, all right. And then their philosophy was similar to what we got right now. Jamal Lewis, Priest Holmes, those boys, they ran the ball, had Trent Difford in the back. And it's funny, like, Trent Difford, right? Cooper Rush right now, right? And I think that we can go back to Brad Johnson, you know, versus Cooper Rush right now. Okay. The 2002 Bucks was nice with Sapp and those boys. Rice, yeah, all of those guys. All right, let's listen to these guys.
Who want Cooper Rush to take Dak's job?
Uh-oh.
Stop.
Yep.
Okay, let's stop. And I'm glad Dak ain't trying to rush you back this week. This week here, I want Cooper Rush to start. I don't care how healthy Dak is, because that's the best place we can go. If Cooper Rush wins, it helps us, because then we come back and say, man, we ain't even at full strength, and we beat the world champ. If Cooper Rush lose, then we still good, because we say we ain't even at full strength. When we get to full strength, we can beat them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, I see
but
your
if
philosophy.
Dak's in that game and things go wrong and we don't come up, then oh my God, Armageddon round here will start. So it's the right situation, the right thing, and absolutely when Dak gets real healthy, he gets back on the football field.
But what's the number of wins in a row that you change your mind?
If he completes this season and don't lose, and we winning them all, yeah.
Well, no, let's say he wins against the Rams, then beats Philly.
Sorry. Just slow down.
I'm just trying to get you.
Why they doing my guy the playmaker like that, man? Let me rewind a little bit, man. I'm having too much fun with this one. Hold on. Let me see.
And things go wrong and we don't come up, then oh my God, Armageddon round here will start. So it's the right situation, the right thing, and absolutely when Dak gets real healthy, he gets back on the football field.
But what's the number of wins in a row that you change your mind?
If he completes this season and don't lose, and we winning them all, yeah.
Well, no, let's say he wins against the Rams, then beats Philly.
Sorry. Just slow down.
I'm just trying to get you to make a headline, Mike.
I've done all I could.
Now we win these next two, we'll be 5-1, right? That would be remarkable for us. Do we go to a bye week after the Philly game, or do we have another game? Y'all help me out. I don't have the schedule in front of me. So do we go into a bye week after that point? But if we do, we 5-1. Man, you talking about a good lead, man. Yeah, that would set us up for yeah. Okay, dang. No. So, oh my God, Jay Versick says, I appreciate you again. This segment is brought to you by Jay Versick. He says 2 more games, Lions and Bears, and then the bye week. Okay, so, all right. In the schedule, like this is the meat of our situation here. The Rams, and I'm not overlooking any team. It's any given Sunday, and then weather is a factor and a whole bunch of other things, right? Get by from the Rams. We've seen the game plan, right? It's very beatable. Now, the playmaker did say, hey, man, shoot, they just gave the blueprint away, and now they got chances to revamp it. The Rams do. So we got a shout out to you, Brandon. So we got week 9. Sheesh. So that would put us at, if that's possible, 8-1. At that point, if we're 8-1 and you still got Cooper Rush out there, I don't see a situation and scenario. I definitely, as much as y'all know, Dak is my boy, but I don't see a situation. If, let's say, for example, if the Cowboys refuse to pull the trigger, we beat the Rams, we beat the doggone Eagles, which I already said we're going to beat those Eagles. That put us at 5-1. We beat the Bears and the we beat the Lions and the Bears. That get us right at 7-1. Baby, sure, we in a good grace by that time frame. It'll be hard. It'll be hard to lobby for my guy Dak Prescott. It'll be hard. Just being real with y'all. We have at this point. Now, if we win, let's say a 3-2 game, then maybe they would look at that and reevaluate and reassess things. But realistically speaking, the odds of that will be very slim, Cowboy Nation. It's just being real with y'all. But we can lie to kick it. Man, we go undefeated, man, with Cooper Rush. Yeah, we can say that too. But Verdi says 8-1, you got to leave Rush in. Yeah, at this point. you just got to make sure that everything is straight. Because I got a chart right here. Eventually, people going to pick up on this, right? These are your highest completion rate. And there's 10 quarterbacks out there. I don't see number 10 out there at all. And completion rates is how you evaluate accuracy. That's how you evaluate the whole ideology of throwing the ball. And we can clearly see that 66 is the pretty much bare bottom average. For right now, Cooper Rush is averaging right at 52 to 55 completion percentage. So there will be a time in a situation that if you're trying to lean on your quarterback to complete the very bare minimum of completion percentages, it may work against us. And that's just me being real. Now, Gino, he's 77.3. I don't know how in the world he is doing it, but he is crazy up there. Stafford, Tua, Aaron Rodgers. Look, for Aaron Rodgers and the volumes of pass that he does over there, that is remarkable. Him and Tua, and we hope all is well with Tua. There's been storylines that the doctor announced that Tua should think about retiring because of the way the concussion is and the brain matter, how it hit against the skull. But that's doctor talk, and I ain't a doctor. When Tom Brady, you see those completion percentages, and there's where we need to really take a look at everything, Cowboy Nation. We do. Smith Charles says Stafford going to possibly be the problem for us, Law. What you got to do with Stafford, let me pull this list up again. What you got to do with Stafford, you got to hit him early. You got to hit him often. You got to break him. You got to make sure that he hear those footsteps and then he turn into the Matthew turnover guy, But if he get comfortable and they got that running game about themselves, shoot, it's a long night for us. Make them one-dimensional. Figure out ways. That's what we got to do. And, got to get things going. Got to get things going, Cowboy Nation. And Greg Berry, rush percentage is 54, 50, anywhere from 52 to 55. That's his percentage. So, and this is not me throwing any shade or any darts at Cooper Rush. We got a hellacious defense. Let me pull up my defense again. No, that's my guy. I should have labeled these. We got a hellacious defense. We haven't allowed over 20 points. We haven't allowed that. So that is the reality of it. Troy's versus everybody, he says 61%. Is that the updated number? Okay, it's 61%. So Rush is 61%. He's 61%. So can he get that number up? Yeah, most certainly. Charlie G says Dallas might pull an Eagle. Dak be ready by playoffs. Dallas might pull a Eagle. Dak be ready by playoffs. Can you dive into that a little bit more? Can you dive into that a little bit more? 61 is too low. Need Dak. This is from Greg Berry. That's more than half. Cool. Okay. Replying to Rayshawn Stevenson, Dak is around 64. Dak completion percentage for average been around 67, 68. He's been a high completion percentage guy. And how you go about that number is also justified with average yards pass distance. Meaning that if it's Deacon and Duncan will be 5 yards per pass. When it's anywhere from 6.5 yards or more, that's above average. So all of those numbers, we done already broke that down, that he's above that. The problem is that the 3-ladder and 4-ladder network will say, hey, man, this dude's not accurate. This dude's not accurate. But the stat says otherwise. But that's a story of another day. Appreciate you, AJ67. Yeah, so, yeah, that's the number. All right, let's go. Let's get it.
To keep us going to Philly. We're going to have some when we get to Philly. Let's just focus on the Rams right now. The Rams going to be what we need for. We shouldn't even put Philly in the mix right now. There's a whole different thing over there right now. We'll cross that monster when we get it. And even if he wins against the Rams and goes and loses, then all that I just said moves to Philly. You know, if he loses against Philly, oh, man, as long as it's a good game, we can get it when Dak gets back. So we're in a good position. Everybody thought we'd be in the worst position, but we're in a good position right now.
Absolute gold as always. Thank you, Playmaker. Enjoy your day. We'll catch up.
Listen, one last thing, because I heard you also talking about how much responsibility Mike McDaniel have in that situation.
Oh, yeah.
And I know y'all heard me going off on people the other day about that, because I thought we were totally out of line with it. Totally out of line going at that coach about that situation. And I heard you guys talking about, well, at what point does Mike McDaniel step in and just say, no, I saw you stumble, you're not playing. It's so damn easy for all of us that sit in these seats to say those things. That's not dealing with those egos and all those guys in the locker room who's making $40 and $50 and $60 million themselves, who you really can't cut, who you have to partner with. You don't have dominion over. You can't post these guys because they're not getting going. Tyreek Hill ain't going nowhere. You can't get rid of him no matter what. You know, gave him too much money. So Mike McDaniel's job is now to be partners with these guys, to get the most out of these guys.
Get them.
Sit back in a seat and act as if that call he made when he got that information from the doctors was an easy call, that he could have just said, no, he's not playing no matter what. It ain't that easy. It's not that easy. It's too much at stake. The man has to rely on the professionals in the field, and he relied on the professionals in that field. When guys go get surgeries, we come out, the doctor say he needs surgery. I didn't know my right knee needed surgery until the doctor told me I needed surgery. Am I to say, Doc, forget you and go try to play football on a bum-ass knee? No, I got to take what the doctor say and go get surgery and go get my knee repaired. That's all I'm saying. We were wrong for doing that, man. I don't care, and I thought it came from some jealousy. I used to be there 40 years. 12 years ago, when somebody got hit, knocked out, they went to the bench and put smelling salts under their nose, and we watched them go back in the game. I did it myself. They caught another touchdown after wobbling off the field. So stop saying you never saw it before just to make that man look bad. That's all I want to say.
Woo! I wasn't ready. Look, I know that's a whole nother topic, but, man, he was yelling at us, man. Oh, God, dog. Sheesh. Hey, oh, my goodness, man. Let me put this down here for everybody so y'all can listen to 105.3 The Fan, full interview without me pausing and rewinding and going over this and going over that. But, man, my goodness, the dude, the playmaker, was pretty much telling the truth. At some point, you got to lean on the professionals. And what a lot of people do is that they like to get in front of things and be like, hey, man, you know, oh, man, after the fact, like, oh, man, they should have done this. Oh, man, they should have did that. Like Mike McDaniels, he can only coach this team, right? And give advice and guidance as it relates to on the field. But off the field stuff, he can say some things. But these guys under contract. Tua is fighting for some money right now, you know. And, of course, that may sound crass, but like what the playmaker said, man, shoot. If that guy say he's ready to go and he's medically cleared, there's nothing that the coach can say outside of like, hey, all right, let's get out there, let's go win this game. Now, of course, hindsight is always 20/20, but shoot, just like what playmaker said about his knee. But it is what it is. We got a super chat, man, from Jay Versick. Real talk. What Cooper Rush does that I want Dak to do more of is set up in the pocket or step up in the pocket. Not saying that Dak doesn't do it, but he doesn't do it enough. With that being said, I can tell you that we talk about this all the time from a financial piece, from the economical side of it. They got a thing called law of average. And just like we talked about completion percentages and things like that, that falls in lines of the law of average. The last week game, the 49ers versus the San Francisco 49ers. The 49ers versus the LA Rams. This is 49ers versus 49ers. Excuse me. The 49ers versus the LA Rams. Matthew Stafford threw the ball for 48 times. Based upon the law of average, he would have more chances and opportunities to fumble the ball, to intercept the ball, to make careless mistakes of the ball. That's Matthew Stafford. On the flip side, Jimmy Garoppolo, he completed, I believe, 16 throws out of 27 attempts. The number 27 from 48 is far from each other, is what I'm trying to say. I don't think that there is a game that you would say to yourself outside of the Dallas Cowboys arena that you will sit back comfortably to say that you would want even Jimmy Garoppolo to throw the ball 48 times, because that will be outside of the parameters of what you want out of him. Because after the law of average, you have diminishing rates of return, meaning that, and hear me out, Cowboy Nation, that the accuracy and the efficiency of said product will be diminishing, because that is not his forte. Dak Prescott, I do not want to see Dak Prescott, and I've been standing on this table since 2016 saying this. I do not want that kid to throw the ball 30 to 35 times or even 40. The formula for the Cowboys is to play balanced approach football, and if dogged and grim, if you're going to do something that's more than the other, it would be running the ball. I'll listen to my guy Okoye on his soliloquy of an hour show episode. I was listening to him, and he mentioned Ben Roethlisberger. What if I told you guys that two quarterbacks to never win the Super Bowl when they slung the ball all over the field? Let me tell you the two quarterbacks there was. Ben Roethlisberger and Russell Wilson. Those two quarterbacks, I can bet you, my bottom dollar, you can bang on the table and say that they throw a prettier ball than Rain Dakota Prescott. They are a better thrower of the ball than Rain Dakota Prescott. But they haven't made it back to the promised land, the Super Bowl, because they became paid athletes that team entrusted those guys to sling the ball all over the field, which is not what you want them guys to do. Although they got Super Bowls, they never won the Super Bowl or bowl, because Ben got two, when they were elite or above average. They won the Super Bowl when the team put them inside of a system that ran the ball first. All right, I got another super chat from Charlie G. Backup Nick Foles won, Wentz didn't. Come back, but Dak will be ready playoffs. That's what I mean by that. Pulling an eagle. Okay. Kind of like the inverse, right? Wentz was on a run for, I guess, at that time, and he got credits and accolades for doing such. He was on his MVP run. And with that being said, he got injured, and Foles came in. Law, you're always speaking on stepping up in the pocket. Yeah, climbing the pocket, going through his progressions. I don't think that Dak Prescott does it differently. We talked about this on the last word, which is the final word, yesterday. We talked about why option routes. or not Y option routes, and how those routes are long developing routes. And we talked about week 2 when Mike McCarthy said that Kellen Moore got to be smarter. Well, one of the things that he had to be smart about is taking away those long developing timing routes or those long developing option routes, right? They took that away. And when you have a quarterback that's different, because when you're talking about rolling out of the pocket and throwing it on the edge, that's the strength of Dak Prescott, right? Was passes thrown outside of the pocket. I want you guys to go look up even Russell Wilson's passes thrown outside of the pocket. Those guys are top 2, top 3 in the National Football League. One can argue 1, 2. I think that that's what they were trying to do, get him out of the pocket to make throws. I think that if they have this situation and philosophy of having him stand in the pocket like in 2018, this team can still be better. Appreciate your money out of the you-know-what. Appreciate you for jumping in. So I hope that you guys understood what I'm saying with that. I agree, simplifying offense. Yeah, simplify the offense. Simplify the offense. It worked. It worked for the Steelers. They got 2 Super Bowls out of it. Fast Willie Parker, you remember. Fast Willie Parker, right? Jerome Bettis and those boys, right? It was run. Go back, watch the tape. I don't even have to talk to you guys about Marshawn Lynch. Right now, Tom Brady would have been a Super Bowl less, and my guy, Russell Wilson, would have had 2 Super Bowls, 1 more Super Bowl, if they run the freaking ball. Yeah, option routes, Dak equals whole football. Simple. Yeah, I mean, it's just what it is. But at the end of the day, let me see if I can find it. You don't, well, not that one. I know I got it somewhere because we definitely doing this, beating a dead horse over this. We are. I got it somewhere here. No, not that one. It's somewhere in this wonderful tray of knowledge I got over here. It's one of these little links I got. Y'all bear with me. I'm going to pull it up. Give me 1 second here. And then we can execute the phone lines and these sorts of things. But if you're in the party line already, let me know. Let me see if I can find it because I thought I had it here. And I don't have it here. I had to comb through it. Should have labeled it, but y'all bear with me. But at some point, you don't get things by mistakes. You don't become the number 1 offense in the National Football League by mistakes. That's what I'm trying to say, basically. And yeah, I can't find it. It may be good that I don't find it right now. But neither here nor there. Let's open up the phone lines for those who want to call in, and we'll get things going. Appreciate everybody for jumping in. And maybe by that time I'll find it while I do that. Appreciate everybody. Did I go over the defense? Yeah, I went over the defense. We went over the practice thing. Let's go. Appreciate y'all for jumping in. Let's go. The phone line, the hotline for your mind. 657-390-7391. Let's go. Appreciate everybody for jumping in.
You are the only participant in the conference. All participants are muted.
Come on. There's a room fill up. Appreciate everybody. I'm going to be looking for that little thing right quick. Hold on. We'll find it before it's over with. There you go. So in every major category last season, completion percentage was 69. It was 69. That's 4th in the National Football League. 4,449 yards was 7th in the National Football League last year. Touchdowns, 4th in the National Football League. Passer rating, 3rd. Those are major stat categories. There are no way that you can look at that and say the dude don't know how to climb the pocket. The dude don't know how to lead the receiver. The dude don't know how to pass with accuracy. You can't get that by mistake, baby. So there's no way that we can sit back and say that these things that's presented in front of us was all by chance. There's no way. It's like you going into taking a math test, and then you just blindly for 17 or 16 or maybe 15 weeks score above everybody that took the same test but they studied. I get it. You want to be able to dismiss the level of competition, the talent. But what I want to do is take this same philosophy and formula. Where was 69 would put us right now in the same wheelhouse. It would put us right now fourth or maybe fifth in the National Football League, right? If we look at that passer rating or whatever, or completion percentage, that is accuracy. You mix completion percentage and passer rating, that would put us in those categories. It would. There's no way. There would be no way to argue against that, right? We arguing. We're talking about numbers. We're talking about math. We're talking about science, right? All right. I got Jermetta. You're live from the 214.
Hey, I'm Law Nation, and I hope you're doing all right.
I'm doing great.
That's good. So I just really wanted to, and this is Jermetta, by the way, but I just really wanted to speak on. I'm seeing a lot of people saying, rooting for Cooper Rush, which is great.
We want to,
for every player that we have on the team, and I'm glad that he is being successful because we get to celebrate the wins and we get to watch the team be good. But don't get it twisted. We faced 4 teams thus far, and 2 of which were the Giants and was the Washington Commanders. And so we normally beat them anyway, with or without that. So I like that they're cheering Cooper Rush on.
Right.
He hasn't really accomplished anything amazing yet, and let's just be clear. They are formulating the plays and the scheme around his strengths and his weaknesses. And we have a really good defense. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So this is what's helping us be successful with winning. Now, I just really want them to be able to do the same with Dak. Now, whether that's simplifying the game plan or really just working towards making game schemes and plays that fit his strengths and his weaknesses. And, that's another thing is just we need to be a run-first team.
Yes.
Right now we have a dynamic duo in Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. And, we really, really need to focus on that being our strength. There should be no reason Dak is throwing the ball as much as he is. It just, he just shouldn't be doing that.
Right.
And so, I think if we get back to running the ball and being consistent with it and sticking with it, we would be winning more games. And so, I just think that we're going to be good against the Rams because if we continue to run the ball and we look at the weaknesses that they have there, we focus. There's no way they're going to get somebody on their team between now and when we play them to step. They either need to step up or they need to get somebody who can fill in their gaps. They're not going to do that. And so I think that we need to look at what other teams have been doing to help our game plan going into the week with the Rams. And all this talk about the Eagles being so good because they're 4-0, the Eagles haven't really played anybody either. And, they need to be tested. They need a top defense like ours so that we can, bring them back down to reality.
Yes,
but,
indeed.
Those are my takeaways from everything. I think right now, while we do have a working plan with Cooper Rush that working. I think Dak needs to take the time to heal his hand completely and not rush back.
Don't rush him back, and when he do come back, you see what's winning. Law of diminishing rate of returns, law of average. You don't want to have this man trying to throw for 35 to 40 times. You sit back and say, let's simplify this thing. Roll out the Jimmy Garoppolo plan if you have to, right? Roll out what Cooper Rush is doing. Minimize, let's run the rock, and we would see this thing flourish beyond what we can see, especially the way this defense is being stingy with those touchdowns.
Right. Now, you know what this reminded me of?
Talk to me.
Is with the Patriots and with Bill Belichick and Mac Jones, what was it, last year? Everybody was talking about how he was babying him and only giving him things that he can, be a little. It worked. Mm-hmm. Did it not?
It worked. It worked. Mm-hmm. It worked.
So, there's something to developing plans that worked, and then, the defense was good. So I think I don't want to just rely heavily on the defense and wear them down, but we got options. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have backup behind backups on defense. We got playmakers all over the place, but we don't want to wear them down. And it's a long season. We got 17 games, and so I think later on in the season, after injuries come up, and you'll see the real strength of all these teams later on in the season when they're able to, even when they're down on injuries and they've got the team built so that they can still win. That's when you're going to see a lot more success with these teams later on in the season. So I just don't want the fans to just jump on the bandwagon of the new toy that we have with Cooper Rush, because he's still the same Cooper Rush, you guys. Same Cooper Rush for the past 6 years. So yeah. But I'm glad he's getting more play time, because you don't know what he can do.
Yeah, but don't know. So, and I appreciate you for calling in, Jametta. Everything is okay your end? You good?
You know what? I am getting better. I'm good. I am finally home, thank God.
Amen to that.
And so, right now still doing the whole rehabilitation. I've got physical therapy and occupational therapy and all of that that I still have to do to get better. But I am leaps and bounds far from where I used to be. So thank you for asking, and I hope everybody in your family is good and having great health.
Yes, indeed. I appreciate you so much. You have a good day and a better tomorrow, okay?
You as well. Bye-bye.
Let's go. That's a good call from her. Cowboy Nation, stick to the formula. We are winning. We are 3-1. And I gave you guys the insights of how my audio now. Y'all said I had to pull it down. So we are 3-1 now. And by the grace, when we play against those LA Rams, if we stick to this formula, we can hold the LA Rams to 10 points if our defense stay the same. And, baby, I think that our offense can push us enough. Push us enough to get 20 points, baby. That's the name. Look, let me pull this up again. If we can get to 21, 22 points, if we can just hold these teams back, we'll be all right, baby. Stick to the formula, baby. That's the name of the game. I got Coach AJ, you in the house. Talk to me.
What up, Mr. Law?
Nothing to it,
Great
Chief.
session.
Thank you.
I do agree with you on the simple fact that all we got to do is take care of the ball, and Cooper's done a fine job of that.
Yeah, he did.
Last week I've never seen 2 penalties reversed. not since I've been a Cowboy fan.
Right.
As I've ever seen that we got 2 back.
Right.
And got them over calls. So
right.
Thank God. I do think the thing that scares me most about this Ram team, I think everybody's forgetting they can run the ball if they get it started. Mm-hmm. And we cannot let our edge contain get out of hand. We've been doing that. LV, they got to say, hey, at some point,
that was a great experiment, but we need to rest this man. He can't cover the flat. He can't get to the flat.
Can't get
when
there,
the running
man.
back is. I mean,
Yeah.
they're not even blocking him, and he can't get out there. So there's nothing against him.
Right.
He's got to get out there.
Right.
And, I mean, that's just something we see. And I think you need to start these younger corners like we just did. Kevin Joseph is not that guy, but Blaine is that guy. So give him his credit where it's due. And I love last night when you were talking to Boss Cowboy. He could not eat his own crow about Dorrance Armstrong. And OC is over there talking about, well, if he gets to 11 sacks, hell, if he gets to 11 sacks, what do you give him, $30 million this year?
Right.
He'll be coming up. I mean, they were talking out of the side of both mouths.
Yeah.
You got to give credit where credit is due.
Yeah.
That dude has played better than Randy, which we were giving $14 million. $14 million, who had never played a whole season because he can't stay off the weed, man.
And he's
in my
hurt, and
business.
he's hurt now, man. I hope all
Yeah.
is well with him, man. You know.
Yeah, I do too. I love him. He's a Cowboy for life, like we say. But the bottom line is, we are much better off without that situation.
Yeah, we ain't worried about that now, you know.
Yeah, because as Stephen A. always say, they gonna mess it up. Just give them time. And I hate that joker with that. He
Yeah.
needs to fix his toupee. He's always on my playmaker about
Yeah,
his
he talking
toupee.
about the playmaker toupee. And I was like, man, look
Toupee.
at
I
this,
said,
the pot talking about the
fix
skillet.
yours.
Yeah.
Because yours is so far back there. Hey, man, you need to send him your beard cream. Maybe that'll grow on top. there.
Yeah.
He looking rough, boy. But his paydays are nice.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Money shoot.
Hey, man, that's all I want to say in law. Keep doing it, baby. I'm proud of who you are. And you got to text me, man, so I know where to drop something.
Oh, okay.
I'll be there on Friday.
This upcoming Friday or
Yeah, this Friday. I will be there.
Okay, let me see what I got. Okay,
Friday
cool.
through Sunday. So if you want that, you got to text it.
I got you, Chief.
So where to drop it.
Okay, I
All
got
right.
you.
Hey, man, y'all have a beautiful day. It is Cowboy Nation every day, all day.
Yes, indeed, man. Salute. That's my guy right there, Coach. That's Coach AJ, man. Let's go. Man, good call so far, man. You guys are rolling today, man. Y'all are rolling. Rolling over here. 614, you're live. My God, what's good with you?
Yo, what up, Long?
Nothing to it, Chief. Talk to me, man.
So, this is all I got to say, man. I just want to get a few pointers on what I've seen from the Rams. I've been watching some defense. Although they can't run the ball fairly good enough. One second, bro. Although they can't run the ball fairly good enough, it seems like they like to use screens a lot. I mean a lot. Like, I've seen a lot of tight end screens. They move Cup around, get him some screens here and there, get him some screens here and there. They do running back screens. They like to get the ball short and quick to keep the pressure off. But I just don't see Dallas faltering on that pressure, man. They got it. That defensive front is something crazy.
Yeah. We can do quick game. We can get the ball out. We just can't do that screen play when the defender is there. You know what play I'm talking about. They do the tunnel screen there. I think we have to draw up some plays. I think that we would have to bounce it to the outside. We can't just continue to run into the belly and the teeth of the Rams defense. And if we had trouble against I think the Washington team ranked defense was like right at 22nd, 23rd. Now we finna face a team ranked defense that's 5th, right? So the aggression is going to be there, man. So we're going to have to match it and stay with it. We can't fold up with it. You still there, fam?
Yes, sir. I'm still here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still here. I was listening. I had to put you on mute. Customer came in.
Oh man, no, you didn't hear what I had to say, did you?
No, I heard it.
Oh, you heard? Oh, okay. You had to put yourself on mute. Oh, okay, good. Oh, okay. I thought I was speaking to myself, man.
No, sir.
Yeah, but you get what I'm saying though. We got to make sure we establish the run, establish the physicality.
And that's the thing. The thing though, Lord. A lot of people is throwing this name out here. Oh, Aaron Donald. But for what I've seen, and the way the 4 games, I know it's early. Mm-hmm. It's only been 1 month. It's only been 4 games. But what I've seen, I have seen Aaron Donald make no impact. Mm-hmm. I've seen guys double, triple teaming, but the guys around him is not stepping up. A lot of people saying, oh, well, what about their secondary? Well, they are allowing 200-plus yards a game with some touchdowns.
Yeah.
You can score on these guys, and it's not like they're just world beaters.
Right.
Like I've been saying all this time, and I'm going to keep beating this drum. When the Ndamukong Suh was with the Rams, that's when Aaron Donald got his name.
You gonna go down that way, huh? With it?
I'm going there. I'm going there.
Oh my gosh,
going there because I'm tired of people keep just holding on to these names. Okay, it's not like our team can't block guys. It's not like our team can get a hold of guys. Our team is doing well with the pass blocking. They're being solid. Now they're not elite yet, but they're solid enough to where Cooper Rush can get that ball out. Outside of that, man, I just want everybody to know what I've been seeing with the Rams is pretty much what everybody been saying is this is a screen ball team. So if we can control the edges and contain them, I believe that defense and special teams will win this game. That will be the defining factor on this game. Cooper Rush, all he has to do is keep doing his job.
Get that
man the ball. Get that man the ball in the fourth quarter. Keep running that clock out. The defense will score.
Appreciate you so much, man, my dog. Appreciate you, man. Oh, my God, man. All I hope Aaron Donald's not listening to this, though. But Aaron Donald, if you can get him off, like, normally, he's that type of bully is you get him mad, and then I think that you can win. Right? You get him mad. You got to get Aaron Donald mad, and I think that he loses focus. But if you don't get him mad, that dude is going to kick you know what all day, man. So I feel you. I feel you what you said, my dog. He got 16 pressures from the interior. I looked at his stat lines right quick. 2 sacks, 12 solos. This is from a interior guy. 2 hits, 12 hurries. Last season, this is down from what he had last season because last season he had, how many pressures this dude had? He had 86 pressures. 86 pressures, that's just phenomenal. And 15 sacks, you know? So it's a down. It's right now that's considered a down for what he did last season. And like he said, it's easier to do it when you have Von Miller and you had Sue and all of those other big boys. He had Robinson now with him. But you know how they say, let sleeping dogs lie, don't give them nothing to get mad about. That's trickery right there. I'm going to leave Aaron Donald alone. Not saying that I'm scared of him, you know. I don't have to face the man, you know. You know, I ain't going to try to shank the man with the butter knife. That ain't going to hurt him anyway. We're going to have to get something else to slow him. I don't have to. If I ever had to face Aaron Donald, I seen what he did to a dude at the club. So it's just going to be that, right? But my thing is, let's not poke the bear. So if it's Tyler Smith that's going to have to wrestle him, let it be. But he just got to be ready, keep those bricks in his pockets, you know. 731, you live.
Hey, that's me, Lo.
Yeah, that's you, man. You live.
Hey, I wanted to call, check in. I wanted to let you know that your positive words, they mean a lot.
Appreciate
personally, and I'm speaking from my personal experience. You saved my life and possibly the life of someone else. So it's good to have somebody like you out there putting positivity into the air. It goes a long way, not a short way, like you say. I'm not going to go into details because you know how I be, but as far as the team goes, I think this week will be a breakout week for the offense. Right. I'm expecting a high score, so I'm going to go with like 28-14. I know it's early in the week, but that's what I'm going to roll with, 28-14. Cowboys win again. And I wanted to ask you this. Do you think that when Dak comes back, our OC is going to start trying to air out the ball more to play makeup time with Dak since he can't really get his passing game going as much as he wants to? And you could answer that off the air because you know I'm playing hide and seek with the popo. You know how I get down.
No doubt, man.
One love. I appreciate you and stay blessed like always. Salute.
Oh, they coming, man. Go run, dog. Go run. Yes, my dog, man. As long as he don't give out his location, I got you, man. And I appreciate you, man. I'm glad that I saved your life. That goes a long way. And that's just how it is, especially in this time. On the final word last night, my guy Boss had the clip, and I wish I could play it right now, that Kellen Moore said, hey, he loved to pass the ball. If it was up to him, he would pass the ball 50 times. And we learning and growing. That's what he said, and I'm paraphrasing. We learning and growing. So my thing is, it goes back to the origin of Kellen Moore and Dak Prescott. Who remembered I said that Dak Prescott need hard coaching, right? No fluff coaching. He need hard coaching. He needs somebody that can really stay on him, right? I don't think that Kellen Moore would ever give Dak Prescott that part of it, right? The relationship that they have is different between the relationship that Kellen and Cooper Rush will possess, right, or have. And that, my friend, could be the issue with the Cowboys and the offense and these sorts of things. But the philosophy, back to the formula, should be, all right, Dak, I feel you, man. You may want to get to 35, blah, blah, blah. But I want this team to be efficient. And the way this team would be efficient would be running the ball first, be a run-first team. A lot of people, if you go down my Twitter history, a lot of people associate money. Like, hey, man, you paid the man $40 million. He need to do X, Y, and Z. And I know style makes fights, but no. Bump the money. Stick to the formula. I get it. Everybody want to see those Pat Mahomes stuff, right? Everybody want to see those crazy, crazy numbers that Aaron Rodgers throw up and put up around, right? But even if I would say this formula would work for Aaron Rodgers. Stop having Aaron Rodgers to throw the ball everywhere. But Green Bay people don't listen to me, though. Please don't listen to me. And you would have seen in the last 13 years, it would have been another Super Bowl in there. But if you try to put everything on throwing the ball, slinging it all around the field, it weakens your chances of winning. That formula is something real. I need to, you know what? I'm going to have to do my own homework within the confines of this and look up not just the Cowboys, but around the entire NFL and look up balanced approach. Because I dog for sure know this. Pat Mahomes wouldn't have a Super Bowl ring if they didn't run that ball in that Super Bowl against the 49ers. Nah, I promise you. And I'm glad that he do have that Super Bowl because I couldn't live with the notion of seeing the Cowboys behind the 49ers in the Super Bowl race, right? But I need to do some more homework into that. And I know this guy done it. And his name is Coach Marv. You're live.
What's going on, Law? How you doing, man?
I'm doing great, man. Talk to me.
Man, you know something? You brought up an interesting point. I remember West Coast did him and Henny did a show, and I think I mentioned that to you, right? Mm-hmm. Where they did research on the quarterbacks all the quarterbacks in the entire history of the NFL, and quarterbacks that throw the ball over 40 times in a game win 30% of the games.
30%. Yeesh. Oh,
Dak Prescott, when he threw the ball over 40 times, I think he was 7-19.
Right.
Tony Romo was well under 40% when he threw the ball over 40 times in a game. Mm-hmm. When quarterbacks throw the ball 28 attempts and less, they'll win based off the percentages. It's almost astronomical. It's almost when you talk about the amount, it's in the 90s.
Wow. And I know they preference their research because a lot of times when people say, well, you're trying to throw because you're trying to save time and get back into the game. But I tell you this too, Coach Marv. Think about it like basketball. You're down by 25, 30 points. Sometimes you don't need to just hit threes to get back in. Sometimes you just need to score your layups, score underneath, score those high percentages baskets, and then all of a sudden you look back up. Now you're only down by 5. You're only down by, you know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Yeah.
But no,
slow it down.
When they did this research, this was not just today's quarterbacks.
Oh, wow.
This includes the Montanas.
Yeah.
The Brett Favres.
Right.
Dan Marinos.
Yeah.
This is history.
History.
Of the NFL.
Man, y'all look it up.
There are only 2 quarterbacks that's at 50%. A little bit close to 50%. You have to, and that's Patrick Mahomes because you got to talk about a short
lifespan, yeah.
And if you look at the Kansas City team now, Kansas City Chiefs team, they're balanced. I said this yesterday, Long.
Oh, yeah.
41 points.
Yeah.
He threw the ball 27 times. We thought you would have thought he threw the ball 40, 50 times. He threw it 27 times. They ran almost 30 times. They scored 41 points.
Wow.
Aaron Rodgers.
It's balanced right there.
You spoke of something else about Aaron Rodgers, right? Mm-hmm. Aaron Rodgers, the 2 reasons why the Green Bay Packers didn't have success in the championship game, in the last 2 championship games they played in, I'm going to tell you why. In the first championship game against Tampa Bay, Brooks, their running back, got hurt in the second quarter. Last year, Dillon had a separated shoulder the second play in the second quarter.
Yeah, he did power back.
They lost their running backs in both of those games, but they couldn't rely on the running game. And their offense suffered. They scored 35 points last time. He threw the ball for 255 yards. His numbers. Aaron Rodgers in that game, they threw 35 points against New England. His numbers were just a little bit better than Cooper Rush in yardage.
Wow.
But they controlled the football game because they ran for almost 200 yards. That's the Green Bay Packers. So if that philosophy that we're asking is giving them to the best record in the NFL, in the NFC, and we think we got 2 better running backs, why are we not, when they say this is a copycat league, right?
It is.
Why are we not copycatting the guys that's winning and how they're winning in our own division?
Yo. You're right. And you know what? No, you're right. You're right.
This is fact. I'm not telling the fans. I'm telling the fans. We're not telling them to speculate. This is track. Look it up.
Yep. And you know what? And I'm going to touch on this a little bit. if you are an Eagles fan, this is good music to your ears because they run the ball and play good defense. They gonna make it about the quarterback all the time, or the quarterback. But if they can continue to run the ball, play good defense, those are dangerous teams that you will have to face up. So you're gonna have to talk to me.
Let me give you something about the Eagles, right? The Eagles started out last year where they ran the ball at least about 10 times a game. Matter of fact, they came to Dallas and ran the ball, I think, 10 times the whole game.
Right.
They started halfway during the season that they had to take some of the pressure off of Jalen Hurts, and they had to get to running the ball, and then they could let him throw play action passes.
Right.
And when they went to running the ball 20 to 30 times a game, they went on a run and got into the playoffs.
Yep.
And they've been doing that same philosophy since then. Since they started running the ball, I think they said since they started running the ball predominantly and letting Jalen Hurts make passes, I think there's something like 12-4 since they started that way.
And nobody want to listen to that though, Coach Ball. It's falling on deaf ears, but we are telling the truth, y'all. I'm not trying to put. This is not fear talk. We are talking about football, right? We're talking about football and facts, right? This is not no mojo time to just be talking about who's better, who's this. But these are just facts.
And it has made Jalen Hurts a better quarterback.
There you go with it, So look, they were down 14-0, and they said, "Look, we need to turn over, and we need to get back to running the ball." Of course, it's the monsoon against that previous game, and those are things that you will have to just go back to.
This goes back to last season. When they got to the point, they was one of the worst running teams in the NFL for the first 6 games. I think it was 2-4. They would run the ball less than 18 times a game.
Right.
Then they decided that we're going to just run with the ball. We're going to land on the run. When they started becoming a run team, they became one of the best run teams in the NFL for the last half of the season. They went on a 5-game winning streak. They got in the playoffs. That same philosophy is still going on now. And since they started doing that, I think they've been 12-4 since they started middle of season last year through this season with a heavy emphasis of running the football.
Right.
Jalen Hurts went from being put out of the NFL to now they're talking about him being an MVP candidate. Doesn't that sound like when we did in the 6 games with Dak Prescott, and we talking about Dak Prescott couldn't play? It's just the philosophy that we put in the right philosophy for him with more talent. We win. If people trying to tell us to do different, they really don't want us to win.
And here's the thing though too. It's not like the quarterback's not going to throw the ball. See, that's what put the Cowboys over the top is when you do decide to throw the ball and you fool around and throw into that defense, we pick it off, we get to the quarterback, we make them fumble. I'm truly believing that the Rams are going to look at this game, they're going to look at the last tape, and they're going to say, okay, 48 attempts for Stafford is way too much. We're going to teeter that back. We're going to get back to running. They saw the Washington team run the ball over us. They're going to try to do the same principles. If we can shut down the run, force them to be one-dimensional, then we win this game. And that's matching physicality. We talking football now. All right, Coach?
Yeah, I got a couple more things on and let you go.
Okay.
First, I want to say this. Philadelphia built their team as when we beat them that first game of the season last year, and we dominated them.
Right.
They said that they made an effort to build their team like ours.
Oh, wow. I can see that.
Because they had a quarterback that was similar to ours. So they went and got running, and they went and got them a receiver, and they built their defense.
They did. Yeah.
They built it to be just like us.
I mean,
they took our formula and they're using our same formula, but we do it best if we utilize it.
Yup. And
so the second thing I said when we talk about the Rams, we got to be physical all over the field. That's from the kicking game to the receivers blocking, the tight ends, to the tackling on the outside, to how we getting off blocks, how we making tackles, because it is evident that the Rams do not like physical teams.
Yeah. Oh, you spit
And
now.
Game,
yeah.
And when you watch that game, you notice something about a team, and I've been around football a long time.
Right.
The team that start fighting and start hitting people out to play and all on the sideline,
right,
jumping like the Rams were doing, usually those are teams that getting their butt kicked.
Yeah, they know what that game remind me of? When we played against the Washington team, remember those two players fight each other?
There you go.
There you go. Coach Marv, man. Hey, to your point before I let you go, the Eagles versus the Dallas last year's final score was 21-41. Hurts threw the ball for 39 attempts for 329 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, right? QBR of 12.
They had a horrible game.
And to your point, and I know you keep your mind in the game, they only rushed the ball for 12 times. 9 of them came from Hurts. 12. Yeah, 9 of them came from Hurts. And on the Cowboys flip side, just like what we was talking about, that sweet number for Dak Prescott, he was 21 for 26.
He ran the ball about 40 times.
Yeah, they ran the ball 41 times for 160.
Yeah.
But at the end of the game, everybody, we praised Dak, right? 3 tubs. He kept.
Who had the better stats? Hurts.
Hurts had the better stats
Dak.
collectively. Yeah.
We praised Dak.
We praised Dak. There you go, Coach, man. Thanks for the layup, man. Yeah, Brian Brad was talking about garbage time stats for Hurts. Yeah, it was. But, yeah, because he got a garbage time touchdown at the end. But there goes to show you that you stick to the philosophy and the formula. Because before that game, before that game, Coach. Hold on. Before that game, Coach, the Philly was saying that they were a more physical team. Remember, beat Dallas, we physical, and then all of a sudden the Cowboys came out with physicality. Coach, you on the money, man. I love you, man, for that, man. Thank you, man, for calling in. Appreciate you.
All right, man. Lord, have a good one.
Later. Yes, indeed, man. That's a good call from Coach Marv, y'all. Put y'all hands together for that, because I wasn't even really thinking about that. I said, wait a minute. If Dallas can make Dak Prescott look like that, Hurts not that far off from Dak. Look, we can run the ball, put the ball in the belly of our running backs, and we can get the same thing. The formalities of everything, baby. All right, I got the 267. You're live. 267.
Lord Nation, what's going on, brother?
Nothing to it, man. You in Philly?
Well, look, man. Yo, I'm really 203, but I'm using my work phone. Okay. I'm a director. I'm a field director of a political campaign we out here doing. But yeah, I'm in Philly.
Okay, that's what's it, man.
And I'm not overlooking the Rams that we about to play, but I just want to let Cowboys Nation know that anybody out here towards the Philly area, we got to get to that game, man, because they nasty out here.
I heard.
they real nasty, Lord, and we standing up. I'm out here in my blue, and I almost had to fight a couple of dudes off me and let them know, look, bro, this sports, please don't do it to your life. I got children I'm trying to make it home to. It ain't that serious.
Yeah,
they nasty out here.
They nasty, yeah.
But look, man, I appreciate you and everything you do, bro. I just want to say, people need to stop judging Dak off of what we've seen him go through with throwing the ball 30, 35 times. The formula is there. John Elway got his first Super Bowl victories when he got Terrell Davis.
TD. Yup.
And John Elway's a Hall of Famer. Like the writing is the writing's on the wall. If we run the ball consistently, Dak throw it 20, 25, maybe 30 times a game, we gonna win, because I love what Cooper Rush is doing, but Cooper Rush is not a better quarterback than Dak Prescott.
I get you on that. Man. I feel you, fam. I feel you.
So I remember at the beginning of the season, Lord, I called you up. This your boy Remedy Sharif, man, from New Haven, Connecticut.
Okay.
I called you up because I was kind of disgusted with the draft a little bit.
Right.
And if you remember, I was about to jump off the ledge. I was about to jump off the ledge.
Don't jump, man. Hold on, man.
Nah, bro. I wanted to say that, like for the most part, you was right. But I think that you could be a little more lenient towards the Cowboy fans that are feeling some of those angst and anxieties from watching the organization do the same things over years and getting no result.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah.
Just because some of us hit the panic button sometimes, it don't mean that we not true real fans.
True that.
It's just that our heart's been broken so many times. But we don't got, and not to go back all of that, but I want to say you got to still show them people some love to them and just rub them on their back and tell them it's going to be okay. Yeah, just stay afloat, man.
I be trying, man. But people, look, the society, man, you in the political arena right now telling people to vote. Some people just don't believe that their vote don't matter. Regardless of it, they said, oh, man, look, it is what it is. It's going to happen, the outcome, whatever it's going to be. I'm not there to make an impact. No, bullsugar, get your butt out there and vote. There's people, that people that had to pass tests. You had to do this and that in order to vote. But now you have a right to vote, unless you have a felony or something like that. But now you have a right to vote. So, yeah, get out there and vote, man. I appreciate what you're doing out there, fam. Out there in those streets.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Hey, man, it's real hard, man, and it's real hard work because the cities and the communities that we come from have just been oppressed for so long, and we don't got to go down that rabbit hole, but you know that. We've just been oppressed for so long. So just like we doing here, Cowboy Nation, we got to stand up. We got to stand together. We don't got to go crazy and start talking we the best thing smoking. Now, I'm going to prove it every single week with our team. With our team, I'm going to show me every single week, Kellen Moore, you're going to stick to that formula, even when Dak get back, man. When Dak get back, run the ball consistently, and every pass the passes are sweet. Dak will hit the open receivers. We just got to make teams, even if we getting 2 yards, 3 yards of carry, stick to it because the threat of the run, the formula is not stick to the run and we're going to have 120 yards running. We may only have 50 yards. But if you run it 30 times, the threat of the run is going to make the linebackers have to come down. The safety's going to have to come down. And CD and them boys will be over top, in between, in the middle, underneath, everywhere, man. I feel great.
Yes, indeed, man. I appreciate you so much, fam. Thank you for calling in. My God.
Lord, I'm following you heavy, man. Keep doing what you do, man. Blessings to you and your family and to Cowboys Nation every day, all day, man. Everybody stand up.
Yes, indeed. Stand up, y'all. And get out there and vote. Y'all get out there and vote. I'm not telling you which side to vote for, but vote. Put your name in there, man. Appreciate y'all so much, man. This dude out there hitting the streets and trying to get people to do the right thing. All right, I got my guy, man, from the 815, man. You're live, and this is my dog, Brandon. You live.
What up, Law?
Nothing to it, Chief, man. I appreciate you, man. You back on Facebook or you watching via the YouTube side?
No, I'm back on Facebook. I like watching you on Facebook. YouTube is cool. I like you on the book though.
I appreciate you, man.
I like it better.
Yes, indeed, man.
Let me go. Let me hit the high notes first.
Okay.
I love the way we play Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing in your spare time, I would love to know, Damone Clark, he was a 5th round pick. If not for his neck injury, you think I believe he would have been like a 2nd or 3rd rounder, right?
Some people had him at 2nd, like early 2nd at that too. His numbers. He had the most tackles in the, I guess, in his conference coming out of college.
Yeah,
nobody had more tackles than him.
I seen the number, and you had his versus Nakobe Dean's, and I'm like, it just scratched my head at who get love and who don't. But okay, back to the.
But hold on. The reason why Nakobe, look, did you see Georgia's defense?
Yeah,
They had Big Jordan Davis. Yeah, that was the only hard thing to decipher too. Like N'Kobe Dean with all of that talent around him. Now I'm not hating on my dude, but you know it is.
The Eagles. You seen him do anything with the Eagles? You read Peter's stats. He ain't did nothing.
Hey, let me see if I can pull it up. No, I'm trying to look for him, man.
He goose eggs across the board. I thought I seen. Maybe I was looking at it wrong.
No, he had three run defensive snaps down here according to them. And all right, well we'll find out, man. Shout out to N'Kobe D, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to the boy, the Georgia Dogs over there.
Yeah. That's what I was. You try to give. No, don't try to take my way. I'm gonna get to that. But I like the defense. I just want Diggs to, man, please be a little bit, like, I'm not asking you to knock nobody out. Just be a little tough in the run. Like, please, like, I know that ain't your job, but just be a little stronger in the run game.
Oh, you talking? Yeah. Diggs gonna be Diggs on that run, man. You know. But on one game he did come down and field though. One of those games he came down and.
That was Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, yeah. You know.
Okay, long as he gets them type of tackles. If you don't get me those type of tackles to where you gon' in game 7 tackles, I'm cool with. I take that. So look, I'm not getting on Diggs. I'm just saying, like, that's a little bit of an issue to me. I like tacklers, but I love him. Okay. LVE, it's time, law. I done said that before, but it's time.
Mm-hmm.
But I know you got a long line, so I'm finna quickly go to where I really want to go.
Yeah, come on, dude.
Now, I seen you put up that you real good with them graphics. I seen you put up your graphic. You had your top 10. Now, at least six of them people in the top 10 has two good, like, two dynamic receivers.
Okay.
So them and some of them guys like Ryan Tannehill is a Dak special, thinking that. So them percentages was a little misleading. You see, Geno Smith is number 1. Come on, so let's pump the brakes. And on top of that, we have seen the games. We have seen that Cooper Rush, that our wide receivers has dropped a few balls. I think that come on now, that throwing percentage, the completion percentage is a little misleading. But I'm gonna keep going. I love how we done made up a new stack just to keep Dak Prescott in the mix. Now we don't say interceptions.
Almost.
We say interceptions. So I had to look this up, and I'm like, why don't see almost interceptions? But since we don't go down the almost interception rabbit hole, now y'all got eyes just like I do.
Right.
You got eyes like I do. How many almost interceptions does Dak almost have a game? Like, let's be some stuff it be comical to watch. But again, when you talking to amongst people that all agree, nobody gonna ever step in and be like, hold on now.
No. I love your objectivity. I love your objectivity. I saw you say that yesterday on the final word in the comment, and I couldn't get to you, my dog. But I feel you though. For what we can see, did you see the film analysis what my guy did, the OC? On your boy, he rolled out, and hey, that was a difficult pass for a good old Cooper Rush to fit that ball in between the fender. Say, like, give him a fit. You know, I'm not. That was this very objective analysis of them talking about, hey, one of them played. He was like, hey, Cooper did that one, you know, and you saw us do that, right? He's like, we ain't dogging Cooper Rush.
It bugs me. Like, look, I want the Cowboys to win, but I'm not the biggest Dak fan because I see the flaws, but it's like for some reason other people don't see the flaws. But I do get the point. Hey, run the ball, because my biggest thing with Dak is, the word they've been using is Cooper Rush will run the play that's called. I hope people hear them constantly say this phrase. Cooper Rush will run the play that's called. Dak Prescott loves to change the play, but he never changes to a run.
But let me ask you this though.
Go ahead.
And
Go ahead.
who's the coach? Who's the head coach? Is it Dak Prescott or Kellen Moore? Or is it Coach Mike McCarthy? At some point, that's what I went all the way back. I said at some point, he need hard coaching. I don't think that the dude is audibling out of 15 to 20 plays, right? And saying, okay, I'm only going to throw the ball. At some point, when in my house, and I say get out of that refrigerator, if I hear the refrigerator open up again, it's finna be, hey, oh, are you going to defy me? You know? There's going to be a problem. So at some point, he got to – look, the head coach got to run his house or Kellen Moore got to run this offense. And I don't think that Dak Prescott is freelancing that much. They got to get back to running the ball and play to the strength of Dak Prescott, not to the weakness of Dak Prescott.
But you agree that this is what's starting to percolate from this.
But
Dak doesn't like to run what's called.
But when I look at this, but I got the chart pulled up. You talk about my graphics, right? But if I'm looking at this thing and I got a quarterback that's throwing 69 completion percentage, right? Fourth in the NFL for 4,449 yards. 37 touchdowns, 104.2. You know I'm good at this. So you know if I have that and we the number one offense, at some point we have to look at it and say, all right, cool. This dude got some changeability, but however, I can't say but and however, the doggone offensive coordinator need to step in and say, hey, in order for us to win, we got to do it this way, though, Dak. We can't call this trash. We can't call this trash right here, and then in return call it good. It can't, because there's no category that he's 11th, 12th in or what have you. So at some point, it got to be a middle road, right?
Yeah, but look, that his throwing percentages, because the first few. We all admit the first few years of his career, he was a dink and dunker. Now lately, like the last 3 years, he incorporated the D-ball more, mainly trying to combat those empty stats that he liked to do that we love to praise him for. Now, one of my final things, because I know you got a line. We cannot. we can no longer. We can know, like, I want to know this, Law. Do you believe now that the pressure is on? Pressure is on that. I'm talking about your not, man.
The pressure.
I am saying your job is on the line, type of thing, but not that I feel like they finna say, hey, it's an open competition next year. But I think his job with the Cowboys is in flux. Like, he needs to play well when he comes back. Your thoughts?
Well, my thoughts on this before I let you go, my dog. Appreciate you, man. You got a hill that you stand on, and you would not move, man. I love you for that, man. Yeah, I love you for that. So next time we do like the fan interaction show, man, I need to see that 10 on you, man, because I need you to put it on, man. The Cooper Rush jacket or the hat or the doggone Cooper Rush jersey, I need to see you with that. What the pressure should be on is the guy that's holding the clipboard. How can you wait a minute? How can you get these type of results, from a quarterback that's according to the Cowboys front office and operation, who that you put out there on the streets for 31 other teams to pick up? And nobody pick up. How can you get those results from him and you can't get it from the $40 million quarterback? You need to figure out a way. You need to figure out a way to do the same formula for the quarterback that's got the star on the side of his helmet with the money in the pockets. So the offensive coordinator need to stand tall and make sure that he get the ball out just like he's supposed to do with the play calling. That's who need to have the pressure on, right?
Look. Before I go, man. Look, if y'all gonna stand on that number one offense, stand on it when we lose in the first round of the playoffs, like how y'all stand on. Ooh, we the number one offense. Law, I love the show.
I appreciate you, dog.
How about them Cowboys?
How about them, man? Appreciate you, man. That's my guy, Brandon, man. Yes, indeed, man. He gonna stand on that hill, man. He ain't budging. He can't get me off of that hill. No. But this defense is better than what we had last year. We were the first part of the season. We got down to 25th rank for those who follow my channel. And then on the latter part of the season, we got down to 17th rank on defense. And then we finished out the season with the 12th ranked defense. All on the off season, a third of you guys were saying we will be top 10 defense. One person argued with me, and I said we'll be the 8th ranked defense. And they said, no, Law, we're going to be the number one defense. Watch. We're going to be top 5 defense. So far, man, we the 8th ranked defense. I need for us to get better. But the defense itself is holding teams to less than 20 points. That's remarkable, Cowboy Nation. I know we only 4 games in, but if we can continue to do this, like, damn, man, what happened to our offense, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, why we can't have 2 things that match, right? Can you imagine? Shoot. All right, let's get with it. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Let me do this right quick.
The conference has been locked.
Because I'll be here all day with y'all, man. Slick with it, man. You live from the 910. You in?
Hey, what's good with it, Law?
Nothing to it, Chief. Talk to me, man.
Hey, man, I just want to talk to the nation real quick. If I'm not mistaken, when Romo went down, didn't Cooper Rush have the same opportunity as Dak to win out that starting position?
I don't think Cooper was on this team, Dad. He came a year after.
Oh, he came a year after?
Yeah, he came a year after, I believe. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so, and with that being said, even with him coming a year after, this is our quarterback. I mean, to be honest with you, it don't get no better than this. And we're looking at generational talent with, like, Michael Parsons. And when I mean generational talent, I mean like Aiden Hutchinson, T.J. Watt. You have to have a mobile quarterback in this league. And granted, like you said, that was a tough catch from Cooper Rush. And throw. It was great. Actually,
Great.
In the back corner to Michael Gallup. And I was proud of him for that.
Yeah.
But you got to understand that Dak is the quarterback. I can't fathom it. It's the same thing with Tony Pollard. We all want Tony Pollard to get more rushes, of course. But guess who's your starting running back? Ezekiel Elliott.
Yep.
You got to understand that this is we're fans. Ladies and gentlemen, we're fans. So we got to continue to be fans and just cheer them on for what they're doing because they're millionaires. And, I'm not a millionaire. I'll be honest with you. I ain't no millionaire. So the most I can do is be a fan of these guys and have they back 100% because why would we bring anything negative to them? This is their job, and this is what they love to do. And I think win or lose, of course, you get upset because you love the game. Right. But for the simple fact, you still gonna say, you see them boys on the sideline with Cuban links on their necks and stuff like that. That we.
Oh yeah.
And we gotta understand when you're dealing with millions of dollars, it's really not a sport; it's a business. And we dealing with one of the best businessmen in the game. So let's cheer on him as well. So you got to understand this franchise, man. This is one of the best franchises in the league, or the best franchise in the league, and we have to stand on that. We don't have to be below nobody. You don't have to have no conversation with an Eagles fan. There's nothing to debate about. Everything they ask you, tell them to ask the same question to themselves about their team, and I guarantee it won't compare. Yeah. So if it don't compare, there's no conversation. We 3-1 with almost backups. And rookies.
Yep. I mean,
that is personnel.
This personnel, man. They doing the thing, man. At some point, people got to give Mike McCarthy his bed of flowers or what have you. But we doing some things that that's remarkable for us, man. And I appreciate us standing tall and fighting. Yep.
Exactly. And one thing that I can say is, as a team, as a franchise, we've seen it all. How many records do Dallas holds? So at this point, I like being the underdog.
Oh yeah,
Shout out to all the and shout out to all the underdogs that watch, because I came onto the show and I watched them comment. Man, that's petty, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the underdogs. My wife is in remission for brain cancer 2 times.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I fight for the underdog. So y'all got to understand, when you are underdog, it's a different demeanor. You know, you walk with your chest out because you have no choice. You know what it feels like to live reality. And I think them boys is living reality when they come to the Cowboys now. They saying, okay, we got bullied. Who's the only 2 teams that hold people under 20? Us and the Niners.
Yep.
Or you call them the Whiners.
Yeah, the
Whiners.
The Whiners, yep.
Who did we last take a L to before we got told we were soft? To the Niners.
Yep.
Now look at them.
So,
they ain't budging.
We ain't budging. Hey, man, it's a good call for you, man. I'm gonna keep prayers in your mind. I mean, keep prayers in my mind for your wife, man. And I appreciate you so much, man. Thank you for calling in. Slick with it, man. Appreciate you, fam. It's a good call from him. Yes, indeed. I get the overall consensus of everything. I just want to tell people, man, remuneration money doesn't validate anyone. Okay, I just want to say that real quick. I should have said it while he was on the phone. So let's not look at the money aspect of someone making it. You know, there are people that got a wealth of knowledge and a wealth of understanding without it. Right? There are people that's right now watching just freer, right, with two nickels in their pocket versus somebody that's sitting on $5 million. Right? What Biggie said: more money, more problems. But I get what he's saying. But prayer up to everyone. I promise you right now that probably Michael Jackson would trade everything to get back on this dimension. Who knows? I don't know the next dimension, but y'all know how it goes. If you're healthy, you're wealthy. So I pray for health for all of y'all. And that's the main wealth right there. I got my guy, man, from the 972. What's good with you, fam?
Buenos tardes, Law Nation. Hey, what up, Law? Hey, the judge and the facts when it comes to film, Law. That's why that guy was lost for words. You know what I'm saying?
My guy, Brandon.
Hey,
yeah.
Hey, this defense is always elite, and the league has been on notice ever since Micah came up on the scene. And you have to give Dan Quinn his flowers for using his pieces and putting.
It's okay. Go ahead with it.
I'm sorry, bro. That was by putting his pieces that puts him in the place to succeed.
Yeah.
And that Seahawks D that was well respected, that Legion of Boom.
Right.
Man, like you can't lie, Law. We kind of have a similar thing going on here, but it kind of in our format. But, you know, Micah being that linebacker, like utilizing, I don't know, like having him as a cyborg he is or a talent he is, you can put him everywhere, Law. And that's, you know, man, you basically have the advantage stepping on the field every single game.
Yeah.
And I think, to close my observation, I think the most thing we can improve on is pulling away from games. Because this Commanders game, there was giving opportunities and having to give the game dictate on your own standards. Because if the Rams are struggling, we can't afford to be spelling our 5-star dish and waste our opportunities and that the defense are creating for you, whether that be a short field, a change of possession, you know, et cetera, Law. And I think if we improve on that, I think Cooper Rush can go out there, go to L.A., and not only put a whipping on those boys, but show Jerry Jones, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm cashing in my check, too.
Yeah. Yeah, he going to count them up, man. So, yeah, you're right with that, man. I appreciate you so much for calling in with your observation. Yes, indeed. We all get tongue-tied, especially me. I mess up over words all the time, you know. But neither here nor there. That's my guy. I got from my neck of the woods, 662. You're live.
Law, what's up, man?
What's good with you, man?
man, I got a question, man. I want you to feel it. Now, say, for instance, Cooper Rush go out there and win against the Rams.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and Dak come back against Philly. And Dak don't play good against Philly.
Mm-hmm.
And we lose. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
But Dak still stay in. And at that game, they have Detroit and Chicago. And I'm not saying it's likely it would happen. Or say for instance, he messed up again. Like, he started losing against Detroit, and he went against Chicago. Now, if the Chicago game is a bye week, do you think the coaching personnel will get together and say, okay, who got a better chance of winning?
It's going to be toxic if we have a situation whereas Cooper Rush wins and then you put in Dak Prescott and then Dak lose. It don't matter who the level of competition will be. It will be the same situation whereas the fan base will have an uproar. It'll be so divided, so many layers to that. My thing is you're going to have some – it's a crazy situation in Dallas. And that's why it was up to what's above, the coaching staff and the owner to step out and say, this is my quarterback. He's the starting quarterback. They have to speak those things like that, because if not, the fan base will always tarry and they will always have their own little, beliefs about a quarterback on this team. And right now, the fan base right now is toxic. They look at the last two games, the Buccaneers and the 49ers, and they said that is who Dak Prescott is. That's all who he will ever be. And he's 1-3. And those people voices get louder than the other people voices of Dak Prescott being 27-6, whatever he is in the NFC East and whatever his record is overall. So that's just how it goes, man, unfortunately.
Yeah. But I'm kind of glad Cooper playing better because it put pressure on Dak. He come back against Philly because I know he come back against the Philly game. He going to be back that game.
Yeah.
And they'll have them play.
Yeah. What Dak would need to do is whatever game he come back on, he would have to put up some good numbers. He can't play like he played the last time we seen him. He can't play that way. He can't, regardless of what the coaches call. If they dial up 35 to 40 plays, he can't play that way, unfortunately.
Yep. And that's all I wanted. No, I appreciate it, man.
Appreciate you, fam. Thank you for calling in from the 662. I hope you guys get what I'm saying. It's like nothing he can do, because all through Dak Prescott's career, I've heard and I had thousands and thousands of people saying, go get Tony Romo. Tony Romo would have. Tony Romo would have. It was the Tony Romo. I had a guy, last name Campbell. He wrote a 3 to 4 page essay on my Facebook page because they can allow you to do a whole list stanza. And I love reading. And he wrote an essay about how Ben DiNucci is better than Dak Prescott. I'll never forget. And how Ben DiNucci, if he give time to develop and put him in behind the number ones, he truly believed. I ain't gonna dox the man and tell y'all what his first name is, but he truly believed in his heart that if you put Ben DiNucci behind this offensive line, the number one team, that you would see more things flourish out of Ben DiNucci, and he would be better than Dak Prescott. And that's just how it is. The backup quarterback will always be, to most people's eyes in Dallas land, the better quarterback. There's no way around it. And it don't help when your owner, president, marketing, doctor always, give that gray area speech and never come out vehemently and say, hey, all right, Dak Prescott is our guy. I was just BSing with y'all. It's too late now. He's relishing this moment. I got my guy Aaron, dog. You live from the 562.
My bad, Lord.
No, you good, dog. Appreciate you, man.
Let me get some more quiet real quick.
No doubt.
But nah, man, what's going on, Lord?
Nothing to it, man. Chilling, man. Just relaxing, man.
All right, man. One thing I do hate, man, is people who watch other people's pockets. Why are you worrying how much? Like if I'm able to finesse the system because you didn't get a chance to, why are you hating on me?
Right.
But that's another story.
Man.
But my thing, I got a question is when we play Philly, do you start Jason Peters? Jason Peters as your guard?
By that time, Jason should have his legs up under him. He's getting more and more reps. I don't like the musical thing that they doing with it, but that's the Cowboys. Right. And I think he's phenomenal.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. And I think Calvin Joseph on the special teams is working out.
Oh, yeah.
That boy is flying out there. As a gunner, that boy is flying.
That boy fast, yeah.
So I think we can keep him there. And I don't know. Oh, as far as the whole Dak and Cooper thing, like when Dak first came in the league, what did they want Dak to do?
Keep it
Just
simple,
play it
man.
safe until don't
simple,
turn the ball over, run the ball until Romo gets back, right?
Yeah.
Take the first read. That's what Dak is doing. What is Cooper Rush doing right now? Maintain the game till your starter comes back. Take the first read.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah. When people make the comparisons, I think that the 2016 we were still a little bit more explosive, right? In this what we see now. Yeah.
You had a young Buck and Zeke. Yeah. You had Dez. Who was on the other side? Was it Terrence Williams?
Terrence Williams, right?
And we had Cole Beasley. So
Jason Witten.
Jason Witten. We had explosive, and you see we went toe-to-toe with Aaron Rodgers in the playoffs.
Yeah. But we didn't have this defense.
No, we didn't. Now, we had this defense.
Oh, my
we
gosh.
We would have won that game. It wouldn't have been a shootout.
It wouldn't have been a shootout. They wouldn't have allowed it to be a shootout. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, like I said, I'm proud of Cooper Rush for winning us games till Dak comes back. If he wins this game in the Rams, I appreciate you. But Dak is coming back.
Yeah.
I don't. It's like Brady got hurt. Your backup Brady is doing well.
Yeah.
Thank you for holding it. Thank you for holding down the fort. But Big Dog's back. He's gonna throw him back in.
Yeah.
Come on now.
But when you use that though, they say Tom Brady got multiples. When Matt Castle came in, he took that team 11-5, and what the first thing that they did was they parlayed that and said, okay, we can get more and more draft picks, and we can put that back toward the team, right? And that's what they did. When Matt Flynn, it seemed like these Matts, man. When Matt Flynn did it over there in Green Bay, they said, okay, we will parlay that and put in on this, and we will put that back toward the team as far as draft compensation. I don't know what the Cowboys, they got a situation
here. What did we do
here.
with Matt Castle when we had him as a backup? No.
Nah, man, we. But
people forgot. He had Brandon Whedon too. Like, come on now.
But there's nothing new under the sun. I just wasn't on YouTube at the time. But I remember on Twitter, people, and the Twitter, it may still be up. People were calling for John Kitna to be a starter over Tony Romo.
Facts.
People were calling. Facts. People fail to realize there's nothing new under the sun. People think that his Dak Prescott versus Rush thing is new, but I recall people were calling Kyle Orton, because he beat us one time when he was with the Chicago Bears, and they said, hey, man, if Kyle Orton get it behind this team, we would see a better chance in the situation. I remember, because people got shallow memory, I remember when they was talking about, hey, man, Brandon Whedon, and he throw the good ball because I think it was the Falcons game or something. He came in. Yeah, he played baseball. So it's not nothing new. This is nothing new. It's nothing new.
But people, it's a Mandela effect.
Yeah, Mandela effect, right?
So
this is what we lived through.
It's crazy. Like I say, it's hard being a Cowboys fan.
It's hard, man.
Against the Rams, we gonna, like I said, run the ball, be balanced. Hopefully, the ref is on our side, so they can negate some almost interceptions.
Right.
Like the last caller did. You know what I'm saying? So we can do that.
Yeah.
I think we'd be good. Yeah, we'd be good. And my last thing before I go, man.
Talk to me, man.
I don't know if it's me, but does Coach Morris sound like Eric Dickerson?
Yeah, he do. He do sound.
I ain't trying to shoot. I'm just like peeping game. Like he sound like Eric Dickerson.
The deep voice, man. Yeah. Eric Dickerson, man.
That's funny, man.
You right. Yep.
I ain't gonna lie, but I'm gonna let you go, Law. You know, Cowboys Nation, stand up.
Stand up, man. Appreciate you. Pony Express, man. Eric Dickerson. From the 919. What's on your mind?
What's going on?
What's good with you, Chief? Talk to me, man. Marathon show around this, man. Yeah, marathon show, man. Talk to me, man.
Hey, this is your boy Reese. Remember me?
Reese? Yeah, man. I ain't had your number saved in here, but, man, talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Look. I've been listening to Cowboys fans talk about the Dak and Cooper Rush thing, and I don't see it into neither one, to be honest with you, because I go by the eye test.
Right.
Because I'm a big baby. Your eyes don't lie to you. Your heart will, but your eyes won't.
Mm-hmm.
Dak might be healthy.
So you broke up a little bit. Just tell me what your eyes telling you. Your eyes.
Dak has not been healthy. When Dak is healthy, he can make all the right throws. The core media broke it down.
Yeah.
Since Dak came back from that calf injury, his footwork is not the same.
Right, sloppy. Yeah.
That's why it's sloppy. That's why the ball been going all over the place.
It sells high.
And
yep.
Yes, right. Yeah. Now Cooper Rush is placing the ball right now better than Dak because, in my opinion, Dak's not healthy, and Kellen Moore is not helping him by being pass happy when Dak in there and not running that 12 personnel. So I told my brother, who's a Cowboy fan, I said I hold both of them accountable. I hold Kellen Moore accountable because, one, he's not helping Dak out, and then two, I hold Dak accountable. If you checking out a run, that's on you. You know, you got your money.
Allegedly,
why you keep checking out runs?
True
you know
that.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, true that.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's all about winning. You know, so the thing about it is, like I told Cowboy fans, Dak can't get back healthy. He never can be that same quarterback before the pre-injured ankle. Then we have to accept that for Dak who he is.
Yeah. I think now before you go into your other point here, I think that a better quarterback against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers was Aaron Rodgers, right? And I'm not finna talk about the Chiefs versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but I think we were like 3 weeks in and we got a chance, or 2 weeks in, we got a chance to see 3 weeks in, Aaron Rodgers versus that same defense, right? Against the Buccaneers.
Yes.
I don't know what the final score was, but I don't think that he was lighting up that team. And I'm not putting the cart in front of the horse when I say this. The Bucs was probably the worst team for Dak Prescott to play cold, meaning that he didn't get a chance to play preseason, and he had to play against that hellacious defense, who they said at the end of the game, hey man, we knew what play that they was running. We knew what they was going to do before they even knew it, because this is what they do. I think that it's harder to judge and base Dak Prescott whole entire career off of the Buccaneers and in that 49ers game, those last two games. It's hard. But that's just how it is, you know.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. That's not fair to Dak.
Yeah.
Now, me personally, I'm not judging Dak Prescott by that.
By those two, yeah.
But I'm judging Dak by what I see with my eyes and his footwork, because I'm going back after that calf injury. And when we went up against teams that could put pressure on him and could speed him up, right. Arizona, he didn't look the same.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, I don't think I don't think we got blown out crazily in that game, though. Did we?
No. I'm not looking at. At the end of the day, I'm not looking at the scores or.
Yeah.
I'm looking at how he just throwing the football on a consistent basis. Uh-huh. I'm not looking at the scores. I'm not looking. I'm just looking at what my eyes.
What your eyes telling you?
Telling me. Yeah, that's right. And when after his calf injury, and when he played against teams that could speed him up or slow us down running, he would
Right.
be inconsistent at times.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
All I'm saying, but before that calf injury, that was MVP all day, in my opinion.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now the thing about it is that if that ankle injury is gonna always keep his legs, just like before that Tampa game. Did he say he heard something pop in his ankle for week 1?
That was the day before. That was the day before the practice. It was like the practice that week. You heard something pop.
Yeah, right. He heard some pop. But in that preseason, during training camp, they say he was spinning the ball best he ever had. I heard Stephen Jones say. I heard Don Schultz say, man, the ball felt like got something extra on it.
Yeah.
So like I'm saying, if his doesn't let long be.
But let me say this too, though. You know, and you brought up a good point that not the Carolina Panthers game. Let's go all the way back to that big game, the Arizona Cardinals game versus the Dallas Cowboys. Okay, Dak Prescott, he was 24 for 38, right? He threw for 226 yards. He had 3 touchdowns. They left him at a QBR of 105. He got sacked 1 time. Even your boy, Cedric Wilson, threw a pass for, I'm looking at the stat, for 31 yards. Here's what I got to say. Guess how many times they rushed the ball?
Yeah, they didn't run the ball. That's why I said, man, kill them more.
Yeah. They rushed the ball 9 times with Ezekiel Elliott and 3 times with Tony Pollard. So my thing is, the leading rusher in that game was Dak. He rushed the ball for 5 times. So what I'm trying to say is the formula, if we stuck to our formula, right, of what I was preaching about earlier, the Cardinals wouldn't have scored 25 points. And the Cowboys, the Cowboys probably would have won that game. The final score was 25-22.
Oh yeah. I'm not look. Hey, Law. I'm not disagreeing with you.
No. We having this conversation. You know.
Yeah. I've been on Ball. I've been on Ball's Cowboy show multiple times. And the last time I was on your show, me and Balls was kind of talking about each other because I said if you go back and look at Dak's record, when we run the ball a certain amount of time, he almost undefeated. I was one person who said that. He was like 40 and something. Yeah. But this is the thing when I'm at the end of the day, I'm like a coordinator. Mickey Mouse will be the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys as long as we win it. All I'm saying is, because I'm a true Cowboy fan, I will go back to the Dan Starbuck days. I'm almost 50 years old.
Right.
So what I'm trying to say is as Cowboy fan, I tell Cowboy fans, when I look at Dak Prescott, he don't look like the same Dak on a consistent basis. Not that from the ankle injury.
Right.
And if he become injury prone and his footwork stays sloppy, because the core meeting broke it down, when his footwork gets sloppy, his accuracy going to come. He's not a pure pocket quarterback. He's a dual threat quarterback. That way he came out of Mississippi doing it. Same thing with Jalen Hurts. I tell Eagle fan, he's not a pure pocket quarterback. And I'm not going to get too much into dual threat quarterbacks. I'm not a big fan of them because I feel like when they go up against defense in the playoffs that can get speed at all 3 levels, they're going to struggle a lot of times unless they got a great run game behind them.
Right.
If they don't have a great run behind the game, I believe dual threat quarterbacks cannot proceed on system basis against elite defense. That's just my opinion. And the reason why I stick to that, when I go to the barber shop, I hear them always talk about Lamar Jackson, the Michael Vicks, even back to the Randall Cunninghams, to the Dante Culver, whoever you can think about it. I said, media get caught up, ESPN, Fox get caught up in all that dual threat stuff.
Right.
But then when the Super Bowl's on with, I don't see dual threat holding up the trophy.
I feel what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? I don't see it until I see it on a consistent basis. And don't say Aaron Rodgers, Drew Brees, or them mobile type quarterbacks that are mobile, that buy time, move the pocket, like Romo did.
Right.
They're not dual threat. They are just mobile quarterbacks that can still throw from the pocket.
Yeah, I feel
dual threat is one thing. You see what I'm saying? But like I said, I'm not gonna get too far in
I just want to say this before you roll.
But like I said,
I want you to see this before you roll, man. And then you probably, I don't know if you watch, do you watch all football or just Cowboys?
No, I watch. Look, my household, my mother, I watch football. I know football. I know football pretty well. I played it at a high level, so I know it pretty well.
You know it pretty well. All right, so we're going to go all the way back to the last year that Peyton Manning won the Super Bowl. Your eye test would tell you that the backup quarterback was better. Right.
Yes, he was.
Right.
He was.
So, but they ended that season 13-3. In that playoff game, Peyton Manning versus Phillip Rivers, the final score was 24-17. Don't you know what they did? They ran the ball. They ran the rock.
That's right.
There you go.
That's right. I'm glad you did bring Peyton Manning up, because you know what Peyton Manning used to always say?
What's that?
The longer the quarterback hold the ball, the worst thing's going to happen.
There you go. Yup. They rushed the ball for 34 times against the Chargers. People, Peyton Manning couldn't throw the ball from me. He couldn't throw the ball from me to my office door. My office door is less than like
you're right about that.
like a few feet from here. Yeah.
But if you go back to that Super Bowl when he played Carolina, he didn't have a good game at all, because he was a shell of himself.
Right.
But it was a couple of times, one or two throws he had to make to keep it honest. And he didn't overthrow it, underthrow it, or behind.
But if they asked him to throw the ball 46 times, they would literally Cam Newton would be in the hall. Cam Newton would be in the Hall of Fame right now. I appreciate you so much.
I don't hold Dak Prescott accountable by himself. I hold Kellen Moore accountable more than anybody. But the thing about it is, we as Cowboys fans got to realize, if Dak can't never be his old self again from that pre-ankle injury, we have to accept that too now.
Well,
we have to accept it.
We got to accept it, but you got to build around it. You know, but I appreciate you so much, man. I thank you so much for tuning in, fam.
All right, Law, you safe, have a good one, man.
You too, man. Yeah, that's my guy, man. All right, we got, let me see, we got two more callers, man. Two more callers. All right. And what I'm trying to get at is the dude is under contract. There's no way possible, unless something egregious happened, him getting caught up with a staff member and get DUI or something like that, and they can break the contract and they can sell him off or trade him off or what have you. That would be the only option at this point. But Dak Prescott is under contract, and I don't see a situation whereas the Dallas Cowboys will look Dak Prescott in his eyes and say, okay, hey, man, we're going to put you on the bench and we will elevate this guy while he's under contract. And he's still in his 20s, right? But neither here nor there. I got 681. You're live.
Yeah.
Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Law.
Talk to me, man.
That's me. Yeah, what's up, Law? How about them Cowboys?
All day, fam. How about them?
Yeah. Okay, this here. First of all, they need to move LVE to strong safety, because that's about all he can do now is cover a tight end off the rip. Because his days of running sideline to sideline, I think, is just about over.
If you move to strong safety, where you gonna be inside the box? I'm yelling, Bert! I'm running, Bert! And I'm sitting my tight end on a goat. Okay. I'm sitting on a skinny post. Yeah. I'm sitting him, Bert.
No, you don't. It don't matter. Now check it.
His hips so stiff, baby. What'd you say?
He's fast enough to cover. He ain't smart enough to chase. That's the thing. Okay. I said he's fast enough to cover, but it ain't.
I can imagine 6'4", 6'5", LVE with the big neck brace and the shoulder pads out there.
But look at all these tight ends that's going out and catching these down the middle already.
I mean, the best thing is look at him and say, all right, man, we're going to put you on the edge or something, man. We're going to have you to just chase, man. Get upfield, man. I feel what you said,
He
bro.
needs to be on the sideline. he really needs to be on the sideline. But my thing is, I was just joking. That was
I know you joking. I know you joking. Okay, good. As long as you wasn't real about it, like, hey man, put him at strong, dog.
No.
Vert, you know, white 80, Vert.
No, okay. On a serious note, let Rush keep doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
And let Dak get healthy.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yep.
And this is a combination right now they really building, because if that go down again, you know somebody going to be able to do something. Pay Cooper Rush to stay on this team, not go nowhere else.
Yeah.
And run with it.
Yeah.
I mean, our defense is stacked. It's just getting better.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you just got to stop the middle. Up the middle is what's hurting us. Everything else is cool, but up the middle is where it's hurting us. So we need to probably beef up a little bit more on the go-get-'em side. Put a couple of run in the middle, run defenders in the middle, and give your defensive all-out goal for the rest.
No doubt, man.
And you'll get it.
Yes, indeed.
Because most quarterbacks, they step up. You want them to stop stepping up. You want them to run to the outside.
You want to flush him out of their pocket. That's named.
That's
look,
right.
Look. I
Get him
seen
out there.
Stafford run for his life. He got sacked 7 times last game, and he ain't as mobile. He ran a few times, but he's not as mobile as Wentz and Danny.
Exactly. Love the middle and let the outside guys do what they do.
Mm-hmm. But he can sneak and run though. So let's not forget to still have contain.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel what you're
And
saying,
then
man.
Somebody was talking about D-Law.
Uh-huh.
D-Law's older.
Right.
D-Law older. So
Right.
he's OG on the side, on the outside. Let Michael and is a guy named Williams, number 54.
Yeah, Sam.
The new guys.
Yeah.
Let them guys get in there together too, because they make a pretty good pair up there, and just let them go crazy. Let them play football. Let them have fun.
Yep.
That defense gonna turn up.
Yeah, so far, man, D-Law got more sacks than Aaron Donald, and they tied for pressures, man. They both got 16 pressures. I am not saying that D-Law is Aaron Donald, but, hey, if D-Law continue to do his thing.
He don't need to be Aaron Donald.
He don't need. Yeah, he just need to be D-Law. Yeah. Hey, man, I appreciate you so much, fam. Thank you for calling in.
All right, Miss Charles, I see you out there. How you doing? Because I know you always saying how you doing.
Yeah.
And Law, I love your show, bro.
I appreciate you, man. You brought
How
laughter
about
to
them
me.
Cowboys?
How about them, baby? All right, last caller down the stretch, baby. I thought I wasn't going to get off of this live, man. I try to answer all of the people. I used to work at a call center, so I got my call center mindset on. Thank you for calling in to the Law Nation Film Session, But it was really back in the days. Thank you for calling in to Comcast. My name is Law. How can I help you? So I'm back to that call center vibes. All right, it's from the 843. You're live.
Yo, what's happening, Law?
Oh, what's good with you, man? You're the last caller, man. And I'm going to go get me something to eat. Yes, indeed. Talk to me, man.
I had a question. What do you think about leaving Peters in at left guard, man?
I mean, get them big legs moving, man. He's a big boy, and I think that the more time he's out there.
He's in,
But he's slow, though, man.
like
He moves slow, though.
but when he's in, we running.
We are running. It's a telltale sign, but he kind of slow, though. But he moves stuff out the way.
Yeah, we got to keep that balance.
We do. Yeah, we do. I like what we did against the Giants with 13 personnel, putting those big boys out there, show power, and then we pass out of it. I think some of that mind foolery, we need to bring that back.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And Kellen Moore needs to stay away from the gimmick plays.
Yeah, well, he did it. He did that for the last game and a half. He didn't do no gimmicky plays. Last time Kellen Moore did like a real crazy gimmick play was in the Buccaneers game, right? Double reverse sweep, jet sweep, or whatever he was trying to do. He didn't run to the outside. If my guy Boss Cowboy presented last night, he didn't run to the outside as much. But it is what it is. Yup.
Yeah, because my coach always said, if you're running gimmick plays, you know you can't win.
I mean, you already showing your hand, right? You know, you already trying to do foolery.
Exactly.
You know, basketball coach would tell you, man, come on, man, you got to dribble with both hands before you start doing all the crossovers and behind your back. You got to be able to push the ball down the field or down the court. You know, before you get all the trickery, no look pass, get the fundamentals down together.
Yep. You and your brother doing shots tonight?
Man, we're going to try. What I'm going to do is tonight, he called me out about the defense, so it's going to be a battle royale of who got the better defense. I asked him who would he give. Jay Versick been following the Twitter thing, and we've been going back and forth over who got the better defense, the Dallas Cowboys or the 49ers, and we've been battling each other. Let me see if I can pull up that tweet. But I truly believe that my Cowboys, look, my defense is better than yours. Let me see if I can pull it up right quick. My Cowboys defense record is better though, you know. And then my brother goes around and he tweets. Let me see where he at. He's somewhere here. I hope he didn't delete his tweets. But I'll pull this up after we get off the phone. I don't want to hold you too long. But I appreciate you, man. What else you got?
Pulling up, man. I gotta get off.
Oh, okay. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Good call from him, man. He said somebody pulling up anyway. We can get on out of here.
Goodbye.
Let me show y'all what my brother had the audacity to say. All right, so he's saying you lying, right? I said my defense in record is better though. Teams that have not gave up 20 points. And then he said, you lying. Then I said, so who are you taking over Micah Parsons, right? And then he going to say 97, which is Bosa. I said, all right, I let him slide with that. So who are you taking over Trayvon Diggs? And then he going to go with Mooney Ward. Your boys are nice, but, he talking about that. And then let me see. I hit him with the who, who? And then my guy Jay Versick, he jumped in and he was saying, we need to see this on the show tomorrow. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go player by player and see who all, who they would take or who we would take. And I told him, man, I'm rolling with my boys, man. I think, let me ask y'all, though, since y'all watching. I'm going to ask y'all, are you guys saying who would y'all take? Who would you guys take? Bosa or Parsons right now? Let's preheat this thing. I know we got Bosa or Parsons. Who y'all take right now? Mooney Ward or Trayvon Diggs? Come on with it, baby. He let me know all of his. Let me see if I can get this thing going. I know he said it somewhere. Show more results. I don't know where he put that tweet at. It's somewhere. I hate Twitter sometimes. It kind of jumble up everything. Let me see if I can find that thing. I can't find it. But we're going to talk about it tonight. That's what we're going to talk about tonight. Got a super chat. Law, you are not going to win with these Cowboys legends. Look at the pass rush attempts in times of possessions over 2 years. TOP 27th. This is a recipe for a disaster. Law, you're not going to win with these Cowboys legends. Look at the pass attempt, rushing attempt, and time of possession over the 2 years. TOP 27. That is a recipe for a disaster. What you mean, Keith? Well, talk to me, man. What you mean before I get up out of here? I appreciate you for the super chat. What you talking about, man? Oh, man. Yeah, Parsons can do Bosa position. Bosa can't play Parsons position. Appreciate you for the super chat, the super chat, Jay Verse. Appreciate you. We go tonight. Y'all tune in tonight. We gonna go over player for player, and we're gonna do our shots or what have you, and we're gonna have a good show. Man, let me get on out of here, man. Get something to eat. Y'all be sure to check out other Cowboys content creators at this time, and let's get on out of here. I held you guys way over my time. I talked to my guy, Boss Cowboy, last night. I said, man, I'm going to have to shorten my shows, man. I'll be live for like 5-10 hours, man. It's the phone lines, man. Phone lines, baby, keep me going forever. I got some film to do. But neither here nor there. I love y'all. Thank y'all for calling in. Appreciate you guys so much for fighting with me for all of this time. And shout out to everyone that subscribed to this channel. He's referring to Shavaris Ward. Yeah, we had him over here once upon a time. Jay Versick says, I've been drinking, forgive me. No, it's me, man. Blame me. Cowboy Nation, I hope you guys write down my end message because I mean it from the heart. Yeah, you got to be hard from the start. You got to have heart, right? Yeah. I ain't gonna say the rest of it. But if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap, if life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, plan for it, and lose all terror of your mind for it, if you will simply go after the thing you want, if dogged and grim and besieged and besetting, with the help of Almighty, you will get it. Cowboy Nation, let me know if you following me on Facebook. Can you holler at a boy? Holler at your boy. I'm about to say a player, but holler at your boy. Because I'm back live over there, baby. Come on. Let's get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. Let's get it, Cowboy Nation. I don't see y'all. They done took me off Facebook again. Where y'all at? Post me something if you can still hear me. Yo. Before I roll up out of here, man. Come on. Shout out to you, Statistical. Shout out to you, Paul Smith. I see you. La Prince, you're a real one, baby. They said if you fall, try to land on your back, because if you can look up, baby, you can get up. And since week 1, we've been on our back, but baby, we're looking up now, baby. We're 3-1. We finna face the Rams. We finna give them the full heat. We gonna run it up on those boys, and I can't wait. We got the resurgence going on over here, baby. We gonna get James Washington back. We got Damone Clark licking his fingers because he know he gonna want to get a sack, baby. That's what we about to do, baby. Some can argue we finna get Rain Dakota Prescott back. Not this week, though. And maybe not next week. But, baby, when I tell you, you do not want to peak in September. You do not want to peak in October. But down the latter part, baby. Last year we peaked too soon. So let's get it, Cowboy Nation. Shout out to you, Norman. Boy, yeah, cell block, zero. Sean Mack, baby, appreciate you, man. We back, baby. They couldn't stop us. We like a tank with no key. We can't be stopped, baby. Let's go. Let's go, baby. I'm up out of here. DC for life. Let's get it. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. How dare you put bang bang in the chat, twin? How dare you? The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish and the tyranny of evil man. And the twin maker, all I want you to do is look up Exodus 14:14. I'm coming for you. via the Peaceway. Let's go, baby. DC for life. I'm going to get on up out of here. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go. Let's go, baby. We up out. We up out, baby. Roll credits. Yeah.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on blingin' she freeze. Photo, please. No photos. No. G's. No. Please. No photos. Hit the door and the domain just whole team here might need some. Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer.
Come on. Let me see some fire in the chat, baby. Jay versus Charlie J, Paul Smith, Key, Floyd, Norman.
Chalk it up. Talk of the town where you're talking up. Wanna get you a ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you new things with your pockets dull. Run it up. I used to be quiet and out of luck. Now I move up and move humble cause the hate and the jealousy. My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up.
Come on.
Nowadays nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like
Philadelphia underdog. Wait a minute, we the underdogs, man. You gotta change that last name, Philadelphia. Come on.
No, please, no photos. I keep giving game away.
Law.
I put game on layaway.
Nation.
I got paid to play today.
Come on.
I get paid to stay away. I get paid on rainy days.
You do.
I might make it rain today.
All right.
I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away. In my own lane, finger roll. I would never sell my only soul.
Shout out to
Heard your
Jay
whole
Versus
team wants to
again,
sell.
man.
Heard it's on the market for the low. Who the realest, we might never
Y'all know who the
All
realest
this acting,
is.
you gon' play a role. Give you the world when they sign you up. Try you out and then they line you up. Ooh, now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food. Now you're all on live acting surprised, but you was fooled. Boy, get out the way, it's been a day, now you're old news. Now you got the pen and pad, you're trying to take my moves. Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me and nobody's like me. Phone ringing and I tell him it's ice. I got wifey on blingin' she.
Let me check in on these boys one more time.
When your team is getting demolished like that, I sit up here, I swallow a lot of what I know. And a lot of what I know is what I'm starting to see right now. That's what this team is offering. You're not good when you get embarrassed like that. And why the hell do we have these benches with heat things for them in a damn stadium? It is the dumbest damn thing I've ever seen in my life. We took them to Dallas, they embarrassed us. That if we take those to another stadium, we have to be the laughingstock of the damn internet.
Law, you ain't right, baby. You know, I ain't right, man. I'm definitely not right. But y'all know how this thing goes, man. I'm going to talk some noise because I'll never forget those doggone Washington fans, boy. Man, my guy Tony Romo dropped back, when are you in? And he threw that interception. He was trying to hit DeMarco Murray. And I got a close friend of mine that he loved the Washington, and they ragged me all off season, man. So I'm gonna stick it to them as much as possible. Let's get on up out of here, Cowboy Nation. Y'all know especially division games. Shoot, we gonna stick it to them, man. With a good knife, a machete. You're not even a butter knife. Let's slow it down for everyone. Come on. Rock with the nation, baby. Put some lights around me, baby. Come on. I see you on your high horse, Philadelphia. But man, when you fall off, it gonna hurt. You know how it gonna hurt. You know how it gonna hurt. We got Philadelphia in the house, man. Come on. You already know Philadelphia. Y'all already know how it goes. Shout out to Philadelphia, though. Philadelphia.
We answered. I talked stuff. I thought we had it. But it goes to show you who's a better team. And I'm sticking Cowboys.
You're crying.
I'm hurt. I love my Eagles. I don't believe it.
You gonna clap the hat one more time?
Just
for the
one more
Eagles?
time
The
for your
hard
boy,
fight they did?
Philadelphia. One more time, Monty. Monty.
Let's go, birds fly, Eagles fly. Still Super Bowl champs now.
Yeah, Monty. Come on. So, hey, Cowboy Nation, let's get on out of here, baby. I'm going to still play my theme music. Come on, where is that? Come on, slow it down. Come on. That's my dog, man, Philadelphia, man. Let's go. He said, I'm hurt. Cowboys, y'all better win. I've been talking so much stuff. We better beat the Philadelphia Eagles, baby. We better. I know they got it all queued up, baby. But baby, when we win. Take a drag of my cigarette. Bring me out. Oh, let get out of here, man. Oh my gosh, really get out of here. Yeah. Take a bite of my burger, babe. We are gonna win. And you. For you. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. So the answer, you know it's dangerous. I'm hurt. That joke said I'm hurt. Don't let the street and then she gonna say, you crying. I bet you my bottom dollar. She got Cowboys lingerie on up under all of that. I promise you she do. Come on, turn me up and go. She got to be an informant. She got to. And another one. Mary, appreciate you. She said, you crying. Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know it's dangerous.
Because you don't have evidence that something does exist does not mean that you have evidence that something doesn't exist.
I follow. Wherever you go. Come on. Whatever you do. Play it too. If a paper crane can fly, then barely doesn't feel that far. So far. So far. Hey. If Trayvon Diggs lock up Billy Cooper Kupp to like, let's say 2-3 catches, man, I'm going crazy. So far, so far. If a paper crane can fly, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly on, fly
Like this
on.
motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's been good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.